changed the logo on Skype.
Yeah.
So it's us.
Oh, good.
Instead of me on my Skype.
Oh, well, that's sweet, isn't it?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee.
I'm Katherine Boyle.
And it is Tuesday, the something or something.
It's the 28th of July.
We've got a diary calendar rock thing. And it is show number 7. And sweet Lord, have we got a show for you. I'm looking really yellow. Look at the yellow kind of, like I look like a smoker about 30 minutes before they die.
Gosh.
And the bags under the eyes and I look awful.
But in real life, you're actually quite ruddy, like a farmer.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. You look very glam.
I've got quite a lot of makeup
You look
on.
like Susie Quattro. Is it makeup? Is it not real? Not real skin?
I mean, you
Interesting.
can't... they say you can't polish one, but you can put a bit of glitter on it.
I want to say thank you to Sir Cheeky Rascal for the subscription. Oopska for the scription to VFX86 for the beats, and Katie for the beats. 43 knickers resubscribed till 1 for 2 months. Loads of people have followed, but you don't get in my song.
I thought you said 43 knickers.
43 knickers are sitting on a line. What is that? What is that? The 10 green bottles.
Yes.
Flipping heck.
It's just a waste of time, isn't it?
It is. Well, you know my theory on wasting time.
Entertainment is a waste of time.
All we're doing, guys. All we're doing. Come here. I want to talk to you. All we're doing is wasting time until we die.
I mean,
it's a phone-in show. It's the only phone-in show on Twitch. Oh, tonight.
yeah,
It's been.
Oh. And it will be.
I wonder how many times. We've got Stephen Page coming on, who is, I just love, and he's going to play a couple of songs. I've asked for an old song and I've asked for the new song.
Excellent.
So I just thought it would be nice. Hello, caller. You're on the Late Night Alternative.
Hello, Iain. How's your veganism going?
The veganism is going very, very well, I would think. Katherine, I think, would disagree this evening.
Let's just say this has been employed.
Very farty here, caller. Very farty.
Not something you should say on a show.
Sorry? You got something we should ten a show?
Yeah, you shouldn't be saying that publicly.
What, about farting?
Yeah, being very
We
farty.
need to discuss Windy Pops more often. It's the last great taboo, and I will talk about it until I'm dead.
You telling me you've never done one? You have.
What's your name, naughty little boy?
Warren.
Sporran?
Warren.
Swarren?
Yeah, Warren.
Swarren.
Put Farty Warren.
Farty Swarren. Okay.
Warren, not Warren.
Farty Swarren. Okay. So how can we help you, Farty Swarren? You're obsessed with Windy Pops. I think you should grow up a little bit. But what can we do for you on this evening? You've called in very, very early. We've not really set the show up, but here you are. So you've obviously
Coming
got
in
something,
straight away with your fart jokes.
something very, very important that you should be talking to us about. What is it?
I just wanted to get the first call in.
Oh, matter of principle.
One of them. We used to have one of them, didn't we?
This is very...
You've muffled your bell. You need to have a clear helmet. Well, you got it, Farty.
Okay, I can tell it was a thrill.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Is that what you sound like when you've just won your dream?
So Stephen Page is coming on, and I was wondering, in fact, we'll ask him how many interviews. Whenever there's an article about the monkeys, my favourite group, it always starts with, how do they always start every article about the monkeys?
Here they come.
Normally it's, hey, they're still at it 50 years down the
Okay.
line. That's it. But the Here They Come is the second closest. But normally it's, hey, here they come. Hey, 50 years on and they're still rocking. And I wonder how many interviews with Stephen have started, it's been, oh my
Hello.
goodness gracious me, look at that.
Hello, you two.
It's a beautiful man.
My head.
I'm just playing around with new backgrounds and stuff, and I'm just getting used to it. Why can't I move you. Catherine, why don't you talk to our good friend Danny Dandans?
Danny Dandans, what brings you here tonight?
Your smashing blouse. That's always a treat for the eye. Your flash attire. I love it.
Jeez.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and it's always just for you.
And Iain turns up looking like a pirate. Love it.
That's sexist, mate.
He wants to look like a little French boy today.
Oh,
Mais oui, je t'adore.
We've been watching Escape to the Chateau.
Ouais.
I'm trying to work out where they all get their money from. There's like a group of 25-year-olds living in this massive rolling chateau.
The gâteau in the chateau.
Your beard is looking very tidy. Have you had a little trim?
I certainly did, because it got too long and my daughter pulls on it and she grabs hold of it and makes me squeal like a little piggy.
Okay.
I think I'm growing mine. I think I'm going to go for it. I wanted to go for it during lockdown and I didn't, so I'm going to go for it. Well, we're still in lockdown, guys, if you want to know the facts. Wear a mask. But I think I'm going to go for it.
What, are you going to go full hipster, beard oil and everything?
No, I'm not going. I tried beard oil once, and
Just gave you a greasy beard.
Yeah, it was very greasy. Smelled nice, but too greasy for me.
Use chip fat. Smells better.
Okay. Yeah. We like your style, buddy boy.
I've got two. First of all, I've got a tooth missing, not because I'm a wrong and I broke it on a bit of string. Long story.
What?
Terrible story.
You couldn't find the scissors?
No, I had some string in my mouth and then pew, it pulled out and snapped my tooth forwards. So
Why did you have string in your mouth?
Oh, it's a long story. I'll explain it one day. Two questions. First one, is it okay to wash mashed potato down the sink? Because last night I had mashed potato. And you're not allowed to pour solids down the sink. Mashed potato liquid.
I didn't know that. Here's the thing. One of tonight's topics was going to be, I just had to get Catherine a glass of water, despite the fact I've cooked dinner for her every single night that she's been round here. She got funny because I didn't bring her a glass of water.
He went and got himself a glass of
It's
water.
my house. It's my house. I've cooked dinner every single night. You are welcome to bring food around. And as I was filling the glass, the cup with water, that cup there, which has got our faces on, there was some...
Which I designed. You're welcome.
There was some debris in the sink, and I washed it down the sink, and I thought, look at his tooth! Show us! That is disgusting. I thought, let's do a phone-in on what you have washed down the sink, because I'm a big fan. I was washing everything down the sink, Danny, right? And after about a year of me living here and doing that, my next-door neighbour, Dave, said... Oh, we share like a pipe in the back, not a crack pipe. We share the waterworks, and he said, "Oh, the waterworks are blocked up. I've got Thames Water coming around to sort it out. Have you been? You not been? I've lived here for 25 years. I've never had a problem." And I was thinking, "Oh, it's me. I've just been putting any old rubbish down the sink."
It's my daughter does the same thing when she can.
Stop talking about your daughter. Talk about you. Your daughter's not here. I want to know about you, caller.
Okie dokie. In the olden days, I used to clean my oven pans out, and the fat would then get all warm with the washing up liquid. You pour it down the drain, and then once it gets cold, it turns into a fatberg. And as that sounds, with chips, not good.
I love that stuff that you pour down the sink to unblock the sink. That stuff is insane. Like my shower was blocked.
The stuff that expands.
No, it's just
you put like a foam down there.
No, it's just like toxic poison that you're pouring into the water system, the ecosystem, the water table. And I enjoy that. 0203 286 6370. At the risk of sounding full on partridge, what have you washed down the sink?
Oh, I've got one final question before you cut me off.
Yes, sir.
We are all cat lovers. You have 4. Kath has 1. I have 4. If you could ask your cat any question and they had to answer it in English, but you weren't ever allowed to tell anyone your cat spoke English, what would you ask them?
What does your bum taste like?
Oh, come on.
Actually, I wouldn't need to ask it. I know.
Right. There you go. That's my question.
Thank you.
Oh, what a delightful insight.
Thank you very
None
much.
of us wanted.
Can I just say, higher quality of caller, please. The first 2 calls.
Farts, then bums.
The first 2 calls really, really have lowered the standard of the show significantly. And I'm very, very disappointed.
We were going to come on and talk like quantum theory, high philosophy, all that kind of stuff, and you just want to talk about your orifices.
No, I want this to be a goddamn classy show. That's exactly what I want it to be. Go on, Kath.
Oh, hello, Alistair.
Hello. Good day to you both.
Good morrow. Good tide.
Yes. You're looking particularly fabulous tonight in the
Thank you.
blue and white.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yes, Ian. Anyway, so...
Heard your brain grind to a halt then and then restart.
I know. But I like the way your hair is.
Thank you,
Ian.
Alistair. Appreciate it. We can play this
We're
game
getting all
all...
the comps and feedback
We can
tonight.
play this game all night, baby boy. All night.
Anyway,
What do you want?
You're right.
Yeah, I got this stupid thing. I got a blood sugar machine to test my blood sugar, didn't I?
Right.
Sounds fun.
Because you know that I got the diabetes
Yes.
diagnosis from the GP.
Yep.
So I've started the medicine this week, and I thought, because I'm a bit like that. I'll get a machine and then test myself, and then So I tested it, and it came out dangerously high this morning.
Uh-oh.
So I did a bit of research, and it says, yeah, well, it's not as bad as if it was desperately low.
Oh.
But high is bad. But I'm on the medicine, so I suppose I just got to grin and bear it.
Yeah.
But I haven't noticed.
When did
Go
you
on.
start it, Alistair? Because it might take a little while to sort of balance itself.
Oh, only yesterday. So yeah, they say that it takes a week to sort of kick in. So I'll try it again on the weekend. But I'm getting mood swings with it, man. Really bad mood swings. Because I got annoyed with the chip shop
Yeah.
last night. And I was something stupid, nothing. So
My first boyfriend was diabetic, and the mood swings are something else.
Yeah.
And while your body is trying to regulate everything, just give yourself a break.
But on
It
a
will
point
happen.
on that, your first boyfriend's girlfriend was annoying.
Well,
So that may have...
wow. Not very nice, is it?
Oops. Alistair,
have you go on?
follow the doctor's advice.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Follow
Alistair.
the doctor's advice to the
Okay.
letter.
Do you want a quick film recommendation here?
Yeah, very quick. How quick is this film?
Yeah, well, it's about an hour and a half. It's called Swallow, and it's about...
Steady on. This is a family-friendly stream, mate.
Yeah, no, it's about a psychological condition called pica, P-I-C-A, which is about people who eat odd objects, which are obviously very dangerous to their... I don't know if you'd heard of it, Kath.
I have, yeah, because sometimes women, when they're pregnant, get a little spell of it, don't they?
Yes.
Start licking coal and chalk and that.
Yeah, and the main person in the movie is a pregnant woman, and it is actually very good. And I got it for $3.99 from Apple. So there you go.
Good and value for money too. Strangest thing I went for when I was
I love
pregnant.
the fact that we get a price. We get the price as part of the review.
important.
Yes.
I really didn't get cravings when I was pregnant, but I did eat a lot of sausage rolls. I think my eldest is mostly sausage roll.
What do you call a Greg sausage roll?
Greg's dummy.
Hello, caller.
Hello,
Who dis?
it's Kimberly.
Hello, Kimberly. Kimberly, why are our viewing figures so damn low tonight?
I actually struggled finding you guys tonight, and I subscribed. So yeah.
What do you mean struggled to find?
Well, I'm on the app on the Xbox, but I just couldn't find you guys live. I could only find like your podcast, so I had to search
Jeez.
for you.
This will not do.
This will not. Jeff Bezos, you'll be getting a very strongly worded email. And if anyone wants to complain, it's Jeff Bezos at yahoo.com. jeffbezos@yahoo.com if you want to complain, and I will certainly be leading that charge tomorrow. We had, like this time last week, 4,500 viewers. Tonight, 725. See how the mighty have fallen, but we will rise again from this. Anyway, Kimberly, how may we help thee?
I was just calling because I haven't ever built up the courage to call you back, so first-time caller.
Yes, mate.
Well, no, don't give her the bell.
She deserves a bell.
We do
She's
not-
gone above
Don't
and
touch me.
beyond. She's gone above and beyond, right? Alistair, he's got us on speed dial. Kimberly had to Google us.
We don't know how long she's been listening for. My bell, and I would like all bells to be for long-time listener.
Well, you don't have control of my bell. My bell is my business.
How long have you been listening for, Kimberly?
Since I found you after I'm a Celebrity, so since then.
You get the bell. It's interesting you stuck around after I'm a Celebrity, because part of the reason I did, one of the three reasons I did it, one of the triumvirate of reasons for going on there was to tell 15 million people I had a radio show, and it worked. And for the first 2 weeks after, we had a lot of giggling 14 and 15-year-old girls.
Yeah, I can't believe it's you.
Yeah, and our listening figures went through the roof, right? Roof, for the first 3 months.
Yeah.
And then they died.
Then there was a wave, wasn't there?
Then we had what we call the Twitch effect, where it kind of dived straight down.
But there was a wave of people saying, I liked you in the jungle,
But why did you stick around? Because the show is very different to how I was in the jungle. I mean, both of them represent me, I think, on fairly obvious and realistic levels. But why did you stick around, Kimberly, when others chose not to?
I just thought you were funny on I'm a Celeb, and yeah, I just enjoyed the shows after.
Thank you. How's life going for you, Kimberly? How you find? Are you observing the lockdown? Are you a mask wearer? Are you a COVID denier? What's happening?
I'm an NHS worker.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's that been like working with that over the last 4 months then?
Yeah, busy. Extremely busy.
I suppose so.
But yeah, we've sort of had to just get on with it, if I'm honest. So.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service during this weird time. I'm going through a real fatigue of this, Kimberly. I'm fatigued with, because I'm pretty much observing the lockdown. I'm taking the kids out tomorrow, but I'm pretty much observing the lockdown. I'm certainly not going out for willy-nilly. And I'm wearing a mask when I go out, and I've just restarted. I'd kind of stopped for a while just because I'd forgotten. I'm back into the washing my hands now. I'm really washing my hands a lot. I'm really committing to that. But I'm fatigued of this. Wouldn't it be lovely if the world, and I know viruses don't work like this, but if the world just said, do you know what? The virus is giving us 2 weeks off. For 2 weeks, we can kind of go back to normal. You can go and see your mates. You can do, you can do whatever you want. But in 14 days, the virus is coming back, and we have to go back into lockdown. I'd love a break from it. I'd love it. Does that make sense, Catherine?
That's what a lot of people did when we knew that the masks were coming. They waited until the masks were brought in, because then, of course, is when the virus starts. So I think we pretty much had that, haven't we?
Yeah, and for a lot of people, it is over. Because that's why people are holidaying in Spain, and maybe we'll talk about that a bit later on.
Well, I think actually a lot of people were made to feel like it was okay to go for it.
Yeah. I'm really tired of it, and it's getting to me a bit now. I've been saying that I've been enjoying the majority of lockdown. It's getting to me now. It's getting to me at the moment. I'm struggling a little bit.
It feels like it's been a long time.
It's been, and it's good. I said at the start. 3 years. 3 years. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a while, unfortunately, but fingers crossed we can all get through it.
Fingers crossed, Kimberly. That's what I like to base my pandemic.
Fingers crossed, masked on and hands.
Masks
on and hands.
Oh, you've reminded me. I've got a brilliant thing. Kimberly, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that.
Kimberly, well done.
You've reminded me. Let me close that. I've got a funny thing to show you. My sister sent me. I wonder if I can email it to myself. And then
is it John Stewart? Not John Stewart. Thingy John. What's it? That's buzzing again.
Thingy John. What's it?
Last week tonight with John Oliver did a funny thing about the mask debate.
Oh, have you seen it? Have you seen it?
Show it.
Should
Yes.
we play it? Let me get what is it? That app is called WhatsApp, isn't it? I've got it on WhatsApp. Have you seen this, viewers? This is funny, man. This is funny. How do I play this?
The country,
okay. How do I? It might be a little bit quiet. If I can make that big. It's not very big, is it? If I do that, doesn't reveal any.
No.
Actually, I can download it. I can download that to there. There we go.
This is good news for everyone. This is going to be worth it, honestly.
Download completed.
The
Open.
country, the
This is
mass
funny.
debate
Hang on.
is
Hang on.
It's the country.
Hang on. Screen 2. I put the Elgato up there. Bishy bashy boshy.
And the intro was something like, "Here is a load of people not saying masturbate."
Here we go.
The country, the mass debate is intensifying.
People are very passionate on both sides of the great mass debate.
The partisan mass debate is heating up.
Mass debate's growing.
The president is trying to have us cover the mass debate.
CVS, Target, and Walgreens are getting in on the mass debate.
The mass debate now taking center stage at local restaurants.
It's 9 minutes after 6 now, and there's new video of a raging mass debate.
Lockdown's been tough. Whatever gets you through.
A raging wowzers.
The mass debate in Georgia is getting ugly.
The great mass debate in West Virginia might soon be coming to an end.
The best thing, we're about 15 seconds away. There's a guy's face at the end because he laughs. He laughs. Go on.
Mass debate is far from over. How many mass debates have you gotten into? Love to hear it.
Loads.
Come on.
Absolutely
He knew what he was
loads.
doing. He knew what he
Was taken to a whole nother level.
Bishop David Zubik tells Pittsburgh's Action News 4 he found himself in the middle of a mass debate.
We'll dive deeper into this pet store mass debate.
So we're going to begin with this thing we're calling the great mass debate.
He loves it. He loves it. Look at that. He's loving it. Now, who does he look like? He looks like... It's not Casey Kasem.
No, I'm thinking he looks a little bit like...
Not Deepak Chopra.
No, I'm thinking a Latino.
Who does he look like? Oh, this is a recording. The show starts. Yeah, thank you for that. That's good. Who does he look like? He looks like someone. And I saw that this morning and I thought, I can't think who it is. Alan Pardew, Ed Miliband, no. Fred Armisen, no. Neil Sedaka. Doesn't look anything like Neil Sedaka. Doesn't look anything like Neil Sedaka. I enjoyed that. That made me laugh. We've got Stephen Pages coming up in a few minutes.
He does look like the guy with Schnorbits.
Oh!
That's who it was.
No, it doesn't look anything like him.
He does.
What's his name? Bernie.
Bernie.
No, it's not Bernie.
Bernie Winters.
Bernie Winters. No.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. Bernie Winters.
Yeah, he does. I'm going to sneeze.
Save image as. That. Okay. I'm getting lost in computers. He doesn't. Just Google Bernie Winters. Why have I got to Google everything for you? You Google it. You Google Bernie Winters. I've got a screen full of Bernie Winters behind me now, in front of me.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. 0203. What's our phone number? I knew when I say the old number.
203 286 6370.
If you want to give us a call. I tell you what I'd like to do one night is I'd like to have do the show on Zoom. And we just have a Zoom meeting. Risky business. Fastest cut off fingers in the business, guys. And we just calling someone who I missed there. And we have just like a whole Zoom
That would be fun.
thing going on.
That would be very fun.
Let's do that. Just missed a call here. David says I want a night of you. Okay, David says I want a night of you watching old game shows. I'm up for that. Here's the thing. This is show 7. But honestly, for someone with low confidence, it's not great having the numbers right in front of you, is it?
No, maybe not.
It's not great having the numbers in front of you because you can't help but be disappointed at that.
I'm not.
Are you not? Tell me why. Talk to me.
Because we're still building something. I know that that's just the way it goes, and people come and go. Something will happen. It'll take.
I mean, we still get paid, whatever.
It'll take.
Hey, Paul, thank you for the bits. Turing, thank you for the gifted subs. It's very, very kind of you. Why is he's not answering his phone? Okay.
He's probably in the wrong part of his kitchen.
He's probably in the wrong part of the kitchen. I'm just waiting because we've got Stephen Page in 5 minutes, and I don't really want to use up any of the good material. I've got some really good. Actually, I've got some really good. I've got proper content. We'll do the proper content in a minute. Shall we talk about these guys, Catherine?
We should.
Hello, SommersWasteSolutions.com. Get off the screen, Bob. I'm sick of you now. Hello, SommersWasteSolutions.com. Tell me about them.
They are a family business. They are extremely flexible. They can take care of your waste solutions, whether you be a small business, a one-man band, for example, although I can't imagine what you need to throw away.
Have you ever played a one-man band thing?
No.
Oh, it's a pain in the butt. It's hard work.
Yeah, you've got your beater in the wrong place. So whether you're a one-man band or big business.
Because I'm a one-man band, nobody knows or anyone.
They say give them a call and they will have a chat with you, and they're pretty sure they'll be able to reduce your costs and increase your green credentials. And who doesn't want that?
And it is certainly worth having a chat with them. Phone them up for free. SommersWasteSolutions.com. Go away, Bob, please. Poseidon Safety Management have got a dog. I'm not allowed to say that Zeus is scared of cats. I'm not saying that. Because imagine if that got out, Cornwall and Devon would not be safe.
Be run over with cat burglars. As opposed to the burglar that got discussed at the end of last night's show.
Cornwall and Devon is a safer place because of Poseidon Safety Management. They are the largest supplier of guard dogs in the two counties. Zeus, who we just saw there, was a rescue dog found about a year old, abandoned and in a pretty crappy state, and taken on board, trained.
Despite all the canines,
now runs the company.
Despite all the canines, they can offer you the real human touch. Just give them a ring and they will have a chat with you, talk about what you need.
And we here's the thing. All the companies that come on here, we meet via Zoom and have a chat with them. And the team at Poseidon are lovely. If someone is a dick, we ain't going to work with them. Why would we take their money? We don't need to, but the team at Poseidon are great and they really care, and we'll tell you a little bit more about how they care later on. But look for them on Facebook, Poseidon Safety, and on Twitter, Poseidon Safe.
Sorry,
what did
that was a
that bell? Hello, Zeus.
That was a stray ding, but I'm going to use it for Gregorian Emerson family law solicitors because...
Big up the Gregorian.
They avoid the nonsense of other firms. They don't get into the he said, she said. They take an approach that involves your psychology as well as all the legals and stuff. They want to make sure that whatever you're going through, they make it easier rather than stirring up trouble. Have a conversation with them again. They'll have a chat with you and work out how they help. And they're pretty sure they can make life a bit easier for you.
Let's go to Zoom.
This is very exciting.
This is exciting. I love this. We're so lucky with the people that we get to chat with and invite on the show. Now that should turn my camera on. There we go. And now we've got to wait for Mr. Stephen Page to join. Do I need to? Because I was doing some stuff on Zoom. I was doing some work for the BBC on Zoom today, and now we just got to wait for Stephen Page to come and join us. Isn't that exciting?
For the last few Saturdays, we've been spending our evenings with Stephen Page in his basement.
I think he's on. I haven't got a ticket for this week coming. Actually, I must get a ticket. And every now and then I think, I don't know if I'll bother this week. And then I think, well, what else am I going to do? They're incredibly good fun. It's $8. $8. That's like £6.47.
And as you're going to discover, he's like the nicest man. He's got a real kind of quiet, dry sense of humour, and he's hugely talented. So why not?
Imagine if he came on tonight though and was an a-hole. You goddamn...
I would still think he was adorable.
Pieces of trash. You absolute pieces of trash. You are assholes.
Why is he all of a sudden American rather than Canadian?
I don't know. I can't do the accent. Oh, hang on. There he is.
I recognise that scene.
Hang on a second, because I've got to set this up. Oh, I've totally ballsed this up. Hang on.
Well, I'm astonished.
Let me get rid of that. Oh, it was going to look so slick. Stephen, can you hear us?
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Ah, yes, I can. How funny. This is how lovely to. Well, we're seeing you every week. It's like you're like my mum. I'm seeing way more of you since lockdown happened. I'm seeing her every week, and I'm seeing you every week.
We've literally watched your hair grow over the last however many weeks it's been.
It's been shocking to go through the old videos and see the length. If you just go back to like the very first one, and it's like almost normal, and now it's like ridiculous.
I would love to see it develop to a ponytail. That's my dream, kind of a Mick Fleetwood ponytail.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure Christine is going to let this happen. My wife, I'm not sure. She hates it already as it is. And the worst part is when I get up in the morning and I comb it and it's like slick back looking, which is not a good look for me. So she's used to seeing that.
I think it looks good. How many? We were just talking about your concerts and how they've become kind of, a regular part of our life during lockdown. I've been at every single one. Catherine missed the first one.
Apologies, everyone.
That's outrageous behaviour. Every now and then I keep thinking, maybe I'll skip this week, and then it gets a little bit closer. And I think, well, what am I thinking? First of all, I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm not watching the telly anymore. And every week it's just an absolute joy. Are you having fun doing it?
I am, but that means a lot for me to hear that, because I start to kind of get incredibly nervous before the shows, because I think people who've seen a lot of these, like, how can I make this still interesting for them without it just being a complete disaster all the way through? Like this, I like to have a few disasters over the course of a show and then pull them out. But if it's just a whole show of that, or if it just becomes kind of just self-indulgent, then I'm worried that that's what it's going to be. But I'm indulging people with their requests and stuff too.
I tell you what I really liked in the first couple, and you could tell that you were really nervous.
I was super nervous. I've looked at some of that stuff and it's like, wow.
That first one, honestly. Why is I mean, you inspired us to do the rabbit hole a couple of times or a few times on Zoom, and kind of to do this as well. And we were really nervous. The first time. It was, and I don't know why, Stephen, because it should be easier. You're not in a room with 200 people.
No, but you're completely alone. I mean, you're used to being with your mates, aren't you, on stage?
That's true. But I've done lots of like solo shows, which I was when I started doing completely just myself kind of shows. Very nervous about that. But I kind of developed that into a shtick too. Like, I learned to not be nervous, but it's okay to appear a little nervous. So then when you start to go, they go, wow, he's really great. But at the same time, doing it, like, you don't get any of that, wow, he's really great. I mean, you get some in the chat on the Zoom thing, and you can look at some people's faces, but you're also watching people doing the dishes or, checking their phones or whatever else too.
The silence is the weird thing we found. I mean, we're used to performing to silence, but it is, you fit it. Singers have got an advantage over comedians and kind of performers like that, because we are conditioned when someone goes down, 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 everyone's conditioned to go, yeah, even if it wasn't very good, everyone claps. Right. So that must be, I mean, you're probably used to it now, week 15 or whatever it is, but that must be the weird thing, just not getting the clap. Well, pardon the phrase.
I guess so, but I keep trying to think, like, when you do, well, it's for you, we're doing radio, right? You're engaging with the audience all the time, but there's tons of time that you're just talking and you're hoping that the audience is, or part of the audience at least, is engaging or listening or agreeing or disagreeing or whatever else, but participating in their minds. And it's the same thing. Like, if you're doing it just into a camera, a TV shoot or a Facebook Live or whatever else, it's one thing. But then when you actually have faces there on Zoom, which is, the good outweighs the bad. Like, being able to see responses is great, but it's still like I find myself checking to see if I'm doing okay. I'm looking at people's responses.
What is the strangest thing you've ever seen anyone doing on your Zoom?
Well, I did see Iain with his cat. So
you suggested that one of my cats, it was Patty.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Was filleting me, which I
wondered if that's what it was. I mean, I didn't really wonder, but it certainly looked like that.
She's a very good girl. Your fans are lovely. I think we have kind of a slight crossing of fans, in as much as a lot of our fans, and they will take this in the way it's intended, are very gentle, geeky people. They're nice people, and what's lovely with your show, and it's a thing we nicked it completely for the end of our rabbit hole. We get everyone singing All You Need Is Love, and we just cut to people at the end of your gig when you're singing Brian Wilson, and it just cuts to everyone. Oh, it's so much fun. And Kath got chosen this week.
I've been done a couple of times.
I was so proud of you.
There's always a slight delay, and then there's a
but it's lovely, and you see what's great as well is you're seeing so many kids there.
Yeah.
I have to wash my mouth.
You've given up on that, I've noticed.
Yeah, you're right. I realized my kids grew up with it, so like your kids should too.
It is. I saw it's today the 28th anniversary of the first album.
I did see that. Yeah. So yeah, July 28th. It would have been Tuesdays and on in North America. And there we go. You have me on 9:30 on a Tuesday night on your show.
Perfect.
Right now.
Oh, but by the way, Brian, when I heard Brian Wilson, I was at college. I was in my room in Halls feeling miserable, and I was obsessed with the Beach Boys. And then suddenly there's a song. Not only is it called Brian Wilson, but it's going into the late 60s albums. It references Dr. Landy. Oh my God. It was like, this guy knows his stuff.
My kids found out who Brian Wilson was because of your song, because they loved the song. And I said, this is a real guy. And he did. And here's some pictures of when he got out of bed.
Have you seen, just going off on a slight Brian Wilson tangent, have you seen Love and Mercy, the movie?
I did. Did you like it?
I liked the 60s version. I didn't think John Cusack... I thought that... I have seen interviews with Brian Wilson from the 80s, the period that John Cusack was playing, and he seemed, in the interviews, way more damaged than Cusack was playing him.
That's right. And my biggest thing was I thought, how can you make a movie about Brian Wilson, particularly about two really intense and interesting sections of his life? How can you make that boring? But they did.
Yeah.
It was almost boring. They did do a very good job though of like the studio stuff when they're at I guess that's
Gold Star, I think, was it?
It's either United or Western, whatever it's Western Recorders. Like they're in Studio 3 there. We made Maroon in that studio, and it's exactly the same. Apparently they've taken that down, but it looks like they made it look exactly the same. The equipment's the same. Usually you watch a movie like Bohemian Rhapsody, and like Bohemian Rhapsody, they'd be taking this mic and singing into it like this. Like it's pointing it there. I see a little silhouette. Like that's Bohemian Rhapsody. At least Love and Mercy got it right.
Did you know that Mike Myers is in Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's the manager, isn't he?
He's the record label guy.
Yeah.
I
quite enjoyed that film, but I realised pretty early on that it wasn't a documentary.
No, I didn't like it. Is that
bit where those kind of movies? I liked Rocket Man. I was surprised because I'm not a huge Elton John fan either, and I thought, but at least they went in. They went, we're going to make this a musical rather than a biopic. And once they kind of announced that to me, I went, okay, I'm in.
Yeah. Once the first number is gone, you go, okay, right, I see where we are now.
Right.
Oh, Stephen, you've brought a guitar with you.
What a coincidence!
Hey. Could you sing us a song?
What would you like to hear?
Well, I mentioned that Enid. I love Enid, and it's that was on the first album, wasn't it?
It was.
Well, then let's celebrate 28 years ago.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Enid but never really knew each other anyway. Enid but never really knew each other anyway. It took me a year to believe it was over. It took me 2 more to get over the loss. Whoa. I take a beating when you wrote me those letters. And every time I remember the taste of your lip gloss, well, Enid but never really knew each other anyway. Enid but never really knew each other anyway. Maybe we always saw right through each other anyway. But Enid but never really knew each other anyway. There were times when I wanted to hurt you, and there were times when I knew that I did. Whoa. There were times when I thought I would kill you. I'm sorry, but can you blame me? I was only a kid, and so were you. So tell me why we never really respected each other. Tell me why I never believed that you were a person too. I always thought that you fancied my brother. I may not have liked it before, but memory is a strange thing. Oh, and Enid, I remember you. Enid but never really knew each each other anyway. But never really knew each other anyway. Maybe we always saw right through each other anyway. But never really knew each other anyway. I don't remember this next part now. I sing it all the time, though, right?
You can do this, Stephen.
That's what I do on your. I do this on your show all the time. I jumped ahead to the end part too quick. Brother, oh, I may not have liked it. Oh, but memory's a strange thing. Oh, and it is. You know, you caught a cold, I can get a job, I can pay the phone bills, I can cut the lawn, get my hair, get my cholesterol, I can work overtime and I can work in a mine, I can do it all for you, but I don't want to. Even if we never really knew each other anyway. Even if we never really knew each other anyway. Maybe we always saw right through each other anyway. But it would never really knew each other anyway. Yeah. All right, come on. It would never really knew each other anyway.
Yay! Who needs the middle bit anyway?
The middle bit.
The middle bits.
It was that middle bit was my least favourite part of that song anyway, Stephen. Well,
you got part of it.
I like the remix.
There are two middle bits, so that's the problem.
What
I think sometimes, and I do this often, like a song like that or Old Apartment, where there's like middle bits that change lyrics.
Yeah.
And they repeat. So it's like two or three of them in a song that they repeat. Is I'll kind of go, did I already do this part? And I don't remember whether I did the first one or the second one, and then I'm gone. Then I'm lost.
One of the is it how many have you done now? Is it 15 basement shows? We'll give out the link if you want to come and see Stephen this Saturday. You'll come along. You'll see me and Katherine in there as well, and we'll wave to you. It's $8, man. That's like £6.40. It's nothing, and they're getting longer. And the last couple have been 2 hours long, Stephen.
I know. Is that too long?
No, it's great. It's great. No.
I make these ambitious set lists, and then I stare at them right here in front of me through the whole show and think, maybe I'll cut something. Maybe, and then I think, yeah, I'm enjoying it.
No, that's the thing.
It.
If you're
enjoying it, they don't have to stay for the whole show if they don't love it.
Is it 15? 15 you've done, I think?
This will be the 15th.
This will be the 15th. We'll post the link up in the chat. Honestly, it's such a good Saturday night, and it's become our routine. And me and Kath kind of phone each other up and go, "Oh, I can see you. There you are." And sometimes our kids have come along and have been involved. My eldest wants me to tell you that he really liked your songs. He thinks you're very good.
Thank you.
So,
Oh, I brought my parents 1 week as well.
Oh yeah, they did.
And then the week after, I bought your albums and said, right now, maybe I should have given you this before, but my dad's very into it.
Nick Lowe's Cruel to Be Kind. Dude, just get a guitar, get your tape recorder running, do an album of cover versions. That was awesome.
Thank you. Well, it's like been my favorite song forever, and I've been afraid to sing it because it's kind of already perfect as it is. But people have been asking for, sing your favorite cover. What's a favorite? And I'm not like, cover, for me, growing up, cover bands were like made up of guys who were really great players, and that's obviously not my thing. I write songs and I sing them. But, so the idea of being in a cover band always terrified me because it's like, that's how you're supposed to show off your chops. So the idea of doing covers, unless it was stuff that we used to do in Bare Naked Ladies that didn't sound like the original, like we'd do Material Girl or something like that, and it wouldn't sound like the record, that was fine. But to kind of like, earnestly sing the cover has always been hard for me. So I'm turning a new leaf. One of the joys of your basement sessions was... one of your boys, Isaac, joining you. Oh, the first time, I'm going to be honest, I had tears in my eyes.
Yeah, so did I. It was really beautiful.
It was beautiful, and it was that whole thing. My boys are significantly younger than yours, but it was that thing. I think they may have just gone home to their mum that day, and the whole weirdness of lockdown and worrying about our kids, and also thinking, dear God, how lucky would I be if in 10 years' time one of my boys collaborates with me on a project? That was beautiful, man. It's, one of the things I'm proudest of. I think, over the years, of course, the thing that probably
or got me most kind of anxious over time is like, what have I done to my children? Will they be okay as they end up in adulthood? Will they look back and think that I've destroyed them somehow? And in fact, they like me and they like what I do, and they're sentimental about it too, because they grew up with it. It was like being on the road with Bare Naked Ladies and then watching me make my records and all that kind of stuff. They're all musical. So when Isaac was finished his master's degree at university and was still in the U.S., he came to my place for a few weeks. And the great thing is he's just as sentimental about it as I am. So we're both like practicing with tears in our eyes. It's great.
It's stunning, man. It's absolutely stunning.
Usually there's at least one moment every week where I have to take something out of my eye in your concerts. It's
Stephen, I have got here, where is it? Hang on a second. Don't worry, I'm not going to embarrass you or anything like that. I'm going to help you. It's a chance for us to make a lot of money.
He's going to embarrass himself.
This is a file I found, and a lot of this are songs that I wrote between the age of 15 and 21. And I would like to offer these to you on a 50-50 split on the royalties. I think we can make millions. I'm going to just pick... Oh, here we go. I'm just going to pick one at random. And Catherine is going to...
Oh, good.
Here we go. Here you go, Catherine. Now, honestly, I've not looked at these since I was...
Did you look at them when you were writing them?
Now, listen, Stephen, I know you'll encourage good art, and you'll recognise this. She is very, very down on these.
Oh!
Very down. What?
This one is strangely prescient.
This
is called Harmonica Song, Stephen.
Harmonica Song. So I imagine there may have been a harmonica in my head when I wrote it.
Okay. It's F sharp D A E.
Hang on, he's look. This is it already. We're like Van Dyke Parks and Brian Wilson. We are collaborating. This is going to be it. Get a blank cassette and put it in and press record and play, guys. This is happening. Here we go.
Okay, so F sharp D A E.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't need telling twice, does he? Do you want to sing this? Do you want to hear? Well, you better sing it because I don't know how it goes.
Okay. You start. I'm going to join in. Here we go. When I'm with you, happiness is all around. It's like I fell into a well of love and joy, and I drowned. I can feel myself slipping, sinking to the bottom of your sea. But it's alright, because I'm breathing underwater naturally. Now here comes the chorus, Stephen. Keep going.
Naturally. Oh,
here we go.
My God.
Here's the chorus.
Oh.
Here we go. Shooby-doo-doo. When I lie with you. Shooby-doo-die. Oh, I wanna cry. I'm like one of Pavlov's dogs. If you ring a bell,
hey, there you go.
I'll start to pine. I'm like a hypnotized fool. If you say a word, I'll lose all track of time. Yeah. Look at that face. Look at that face. That face.
There's a man who appreciates a shooby-doo-die in a chorus.
Be honest, right? You've had #1 hit records in the Billboard Hot 100.
True.
What did you make of this? Is there anything in this? Can we work together, please?
I think sure. I'd be happy to try and set them to some, put them in some settings for you.
Yes, put them in some settings.
We need to carefully curate them.
Yeah.
I love that. Carefully, sensitive man.
That's right. And then go back and just make sure, you said between 17 and 21 you wrote these?
15 and 21, yeah.
15 and 21. Imagine, to me, that's kind of a dream to be able to go back and fix the parts of things that I wrote at that age.
Don't need fixing.
Well,
no, you misunderstood. I think, if anything, your part needed fixing.
Yeah, well, that's my first time through it.
Okay, no, exactly.
That was your second time through that.
It was literally the second time. Okay, well, I look forward. Then you heard it here first. It's an exclusive, guys. Stephen Page, Iain Lee or Stephen Page. I don't know which will go first. Probably put my name first. Makes more sense in the UK. We got an album coming out, guys. This is official.
Can you imagine if on Steven's next album there's the harmonica song?
An EP. I call it an EP.
He's gonna steal it, isn't he? These goddamn musicians. You wrote. Well, I tell you what's great. You and one of my other favourites, Imani Coppola, really early on into. How are you finding lockdown, by the way? Are you still observing it? What is it like there?
I'm an Orthodox Jew, so I observe the very long lockdown.
Good.
Yeah, that's the very religious ones of us do that. Every time there's a coronavirus. I'm afraid to go out. Like, things are open again now, some of them, but I go to the grocery store and that's it. Like, we don't go out to restaurants to eat. I wear masks everywhere, and I try to stay home. So and the thing is, but from a career perspective, like, I'm absolutely in lockdown. There's gonna be no live shows in my future for the next however long, 8 months, a year, who knows what.
Good for wearing the mask. When we've got all the idiots who are the anti-maskers, COVID is
they're over here too.
Yeah, jeez, man, just wear a freaking mask.
They get really brave in supermarkets, don't they?
Tough guys in supermarkets.
Not so much on the COVID wards.
But really early on, you and separately, my friend Imani just came out with these brilliant songs about lockdown, about COVID, and actually were quite upbeat and celebratory at a time when the world was miserable. I know we talked about this earlier. Could you play Isolation for us, which I think is just is joyous despite the bleakness of what it's about?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Thanks, man.
Everybody in the house next door, everybody on the ocean floor, everybody in the grocery store sing, oh, 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 oh. Everybody says they're baking bread, everybody feel the creeping dread, everybody going back to bed like me, I'm here to stay. Everybody with the broken dreams, everybody on the big sport teams, everybody with the fake news memes in isolation, 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 oh, 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 everybody with an empty fridge, everybody on the Brooklyn Bridge, everybody with the privilege, sing, oh, 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 oh. Everybody with the lonely heart, everybody sharing graphs and charts, everybody singing wherefore art thou, oh, 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 meow. I can take the easy route and say this is the way we've always been, but spend a couple hours down the rabbit hole and you'll know what I mean. Everybody who just lost their gig, everybody who once started big, everybody's gonna flip their wig like me. I'm going crazy. Everybody with the cable cut, everybody in the Pizza Hut, everybody is together but in isolation, 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 isolation. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody with that nice clean tone, everybody with their filthy phone, everybody staying home alone like me. I'm here to say that everybody's gonna make some stuff, everybody's gonna say enough, everybody gonna call their own bluff in isolation, 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 isolation. Oh, 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 isolation, isolation, isolation. Oh, 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 oh.
Hooray!
Thank you.
I've just StephenPage.com, all the tickets for the upcoming shows. Honestly, dear listener, and the joy is as well, it's just a ticket for a house. So you can have like 50 of you
That's right.
in the house, and it's $8.
If your bubble is that big, yes.
If you've got a big bubble, then do it. And it's at least an hour and 40, sometimes it's in 2 hours, and there'll be hits and there'll be obscure stuff, and it's just a joy. And there's the chat bubbling along as well if you want to dive into that. And also, it's just quite nice just to flick through and look at all the people.
I know,
look at people's houses.
Window into people's worlds, and it's different time zones. And
love it.
So cool.
And also wonderful Liam as well. I love Liam. He's such a joy. And also, I've just done the link for the Patreon page. You've just started that, Stephen. How are you finding that? Because we talked about that when I was I did it for a bit, and then we got this gig, so I stopped that. How are you finding Patreon?
I'm finding it a lot of work, but people seem to be really enjoying it. And we have a few spots like in the crazy high tiers that went right away.
Yeah.
But like for $5 a month, you get access to all of the live from home shows, the videos to download or to stream. And then I put up things like old live concerts. I put up demos, all kinds of stuff like that. But it's hard work because it's like I try and make sure that there's enough stuff posted every week rather than just kind of dumping my archives and having it sit there. I want to write something clever and fresh about it every time, and
it's a job. It's an actual job.
It is a job. It actually is a job. But I think one of the tiers is like people get tickets to see the live from home shows. So that's kind of made me go, okay, I got to keep doing the live from home shows too. Then for my health, it's really healthy to be able to kind of go, I have to work. I have to do this stuff to satisfy my obligation, and then you find like the inspiration and the fun and stuff comes out of doing that work.
I think from having looked around a lot on Patreon when I was looking at it and having spoken to a few people, I think you're offering a lot on Patreon. I think you are good value, if you know what I mean. I think you're it's well worth chucking a few dollars your way because you're giving out loads more stuff than a lot of other people.
Right. I mean, the idea is supposed to be if you want to support me or what Artist X as they're doing their
Artist X.
Artist X is great. He was a great, awesome shredder guitar player from the early 90s.
He was in a covers band. He started in a covers band. That's how he got it.
Absolutely. But he just stood out in front and wheedly-deed while everybody else played the songs.
Yeah.
That was Artist X. He was great. But so I understand that's the concept behind it, but I always feel like the last thing, and this is a thing that kind of bugs me, through my shows, I'm always afraid that someone's going to feel like they're getting ripped off. I'm always afraid that someone's going to think that I'm ripping
Isn't that
off.
funny?
So it's like that's why I'm frantically scanning the gallery view and the Zoom, thinking, anybody there looking upset with my set list?
Isn't that funny? I have the same. I don't know if you have the same thing.
Yeah,
I worry about that.
Of course.
But they're there. The people are there and they're loving it. It's so lovely to see you, Stephen. We will see you on Saturday night.
Look forward to it.
Lots of love to everyone. Stay safe, my friend, and we will see you very, very soon. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Stephen Page, dear viewer. See you, Steve.
Bye.
Isn't he lovely?
He's just the best.
He's the best, man. Honestly, go and buy a ticket. £6, right? You have a pizza, you have a beer. I often have a cream soda and just sit there with the cats, and I sometimes sit here. Sometimes I'm up in bed. If I'm a bit tired, I'll watch it in bed and rest my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just wonderful.
I'm always sitting just behind the dining room table, and I've got the dining room chair, and it's not comfortable at all.
If you want to see Katherine high-fiving a cat while Stephen plays, you have to come to the concerts.
That happens because when I'm sitting down there, she knows that if she comes up, then she gets treats. So she comes up and...
I love it. I love we just got a private concert.
I know, he's so cool.
He's so cool. 0203 286 6370.
Seriously though, do you think he's going to go for that song?
Well, look, Papa Morph in the chat is quoting the chorus already.
Shooby-doo-doo, shooby-doo-die.
Yeah, we go. Shooby-doo-doo, do-do-doo, shooby-doo-die. You know, it's... He wasn't just patronising me about the song, was he? He's gonna work with me on that.
Yeah.
Great, perfect. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very welcome. You can Skype from anywhere in the world. TLNA, the Late Night Alternative. If you're watching on Twitch, click follow, click the little bell or whatever it is, the notification. So you know that when we're on, although the notifications don't always work, and subscribe. Man alive, it is 10 o'clock and we are down to 816 viewers. What is the point of this? What is this, the John Gaunt show? Oh no, we've got literally 10 times the viewers he has. But
And those 55 people were loving it.
excuse me. Windy Pops. Would you lie for love? Is another.
Gosh. But did you like this one? Or did that one get ripped up?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Can I see the lyrics?
I don't want you. All right,
let me
you
see.
can read the lyrics.
Would
By the way, this is a big thing. Me entrusting you with these and having nothing but supreme confidence in them. Nothing but supreme confidence.
Thank you. Would you lie for love? Would you lie for love? Would you make me think I can? More important. Oh, I'm more important than I am. Would you let me think I was your loving man?
Would you?
Yeah. Would you lie for love? Would you let me think I was the only one when all along there's never only one with you? Wow, that took a turn.
It's like mini soap operas.
Yeah, gosh, so many twists.
Twists and turns.
So many twists.
Dear listener, twists and indeed.
Please show Kath's cushion, says
Oh, you
Clumpy
dirty!
68.
But time them out. Oh, you mean the actual cushion? You're at the actual.
And this is actually my cushion. Look. Where is it? That's my signature there.
Kath made that.
I've done that painting.
Kath painted that.
All right, innit?
Kath painted that. Kath painted that. I today have been. Oh, there's the link if you want to buy. Go and look at Kath's art. A certain radio station's YouTube live stream currently has less viewers than Gaunty. Okay, well that's good to know. How you doing?
I'm all right. I enjoyed that with Stephen Page.
Yeah,
He, in the first few weeks of lockdown, when we were still getting used to the fact that the days started to roll into one, and we didn't know whether it was, what difference did the weekend make anymore. That was a nice little marker for me, having Stephen Page on a Saturday night.
Hey, look what I found. Look what I found the other day. Focus, please. Focus. I've got to sort this focus out. I pressed something so it doesn't focus. Stop swallowing.
I can't. There it is. Look at that picture.
I don't know why they used that picture. That really got on my nerves when they did that. And then when we went to the new building, they used the same picture on the pass as well. By the way, if you scan that will get you into Talk Radio, the station that we used to work at. Focus. Cover your face, please, because it's messing up the focus. It needs to focus on my pass face.
Did you say pass face?
I won't do it now.
Okay. It won't get you in there anymore. That's the old one. I've still got my locker key.
I've still got my new fob somewhere, so we could get in there at some point. I do love the glowing sidey in the background. It says, "You're very Ben Baker." That's a Frank Sidebottom Ouija board, and we may use it at some night. I only get contacts Chris, unfortunately, but we may use it some point. There, I've tidied up the shelves there.
Do you appreciate it?
Got a record player. There's a dance set with Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones on it. There's a microphone. There's a Vectrex. On top of the Vectrex is the Jungle Hat. Then some CDs. They're primarily Beach Boys and 7A. Then,
oh, sorry, everyone.
There's the picture of the Beatles that Katherine
turned into other things. Yeah.
There's a picture. There's a little thing. Let me show you this thing my friend Lucy made. I love this. I'll show you this. Look at this. Oh, I didn't have it the right way around. That's terrible. Look at this. My friend Lucy made this. Isn't this great? Cover your face.
Why?
Because it buggers up the focus. It won't focus if it sees faces. It sees my face. Hang on. Hang on. If I come back a bit. Keep your face covered.
It's covered.
Anyway, my friend Lucy made that.
It's very good.
It's lovely, that, isn't it? It's lovely. There's a link for... I can send you a link. You can buy it. Buy one. Just make it all personal, like.
I've had a message from Gary Barlow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He says, "Hi, Iain and Kath.
Hello, Gary.
It's Gary here. Just wanted to say how much I'm enjoying the show.
Thank you, Gary.
As far as viewing numbers are concerned, just remember to Have a little patience. Peace and love, Gary. Now, if it was really Gary, he would have said sensational.
Sensational.
But thank you.
I felt a little bit low today. I've had 3 weeps today. 3 weeps. I had a terrible dream about my boys last night. Terrible dream. Really, really lousy. And I made myself get up because I had a hospital appointment on the phone. And I thought it was going to be like a consultation. Like I had a consultation with my GP and they said, we'll get the hospital to phone you up and give you a consultation. But it wasn't. It was just to book an appointment for September for my painful toe.
So you were getting ready to get your toe out and you weren't interested?
But actually I can't get my toe to hurt.
Do the thing.
To do the thing that it was doing before. Do you ever get that, Beth? You go to the doctors and then the thing that you've gone for isn't hurting anymore?
Yeah, all the time, because it takes about, 2 weeks to get an appointment these days, isn't it?
Beth, are you on speakerphone?
I am, yeah. Do you hear me?
Come on, pick it up.
Is that better?
Yay! Hey, Beth. That's much better. How you doing, Beth? What you got for us?
I'm just calling in because you sound a bit down about the numbers and I don't understand why.
We had 4,500 last week.
I know, but you're on the front page.
Exactly, makes a difference, right?
Catherine and I see things very, very differently in this thing, and I'm down, but you're cool with it.
I'm cool with it because I still see that there are 800 something people who want to hear what we're doing, so that's groovy for me. So
I agree.
We're doing the show for them. I'm not doing the show for the people who aren't here. Sod those guys.
G Fox said 1,600 eyes, so that's
exactly.
already we've doubled it.
Also, you're assuming that each one of these people is watching alone.
Yes, I am, because our listeners are sad cases. That is not me being insulting. I am a sad case myself. I don't know, Beth. I'm finding the transition over to Twitch from the radio to Twitch, right? I'm finding.
Is it because you haven't got the number? You've got the numbers in front of you,
yeah.
So they're just there all the time, staring you in the face, and you can't help but look.
It's a horrible thing, and the worst thing. One of the things I'm aware of when we raid someone, right? You raid someone, 500 people go in. I've had this happen to me. 500 people go in, and you go, "Oh my God, 500 people!" And you kind of try a bit harder, and then after about 3 minutes, really quickly, those people leave because it's not what they're on Twitch for. And the numbers go down. And my God, it's heartbreaking.
But you shouldn't be heartbroken by it. I know that everything now is about numbers, right? So you put something up online and then you can't help but look at how many people have liked it, how many people have retweeted it. And sometimes you've done what you think is a corking joke and no one takes it at all. Doesn't mean that it's not a good joke. Just means that people are busy. Not everyone's life revolves around you. And the thing about taking someone into a raid is they've allotted a certain amount of time to watch you, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to stay for the next 3 hours and then for the next however many hours that someone else, the next person who passes you on. It's unrealistic. People have got short attention spans these days. I'm just grateful they spend any time with us.
Yeah, and if you think about it, if someone does a raid, you've probably got. Notwithstanding what Cass has just said, people have watched what they want to watch and they're off anyway.
Yeah.
If there are people that are going to stay, you've probably got 10, 15 seconds to attract their attention, and by that time's gone. You really just realise it's been a raid.
Yeah.
So it's just a tough one, isn't it? It's just a tough one. But my point that I was going to make really was that you've just started. It's a completely new platform. You're not on the front page anymore. You've just got to build it. And it's not going to be instant. Of course, it's not going to be instant. These things aren't. And I think it's an opportunity, and you might not see it that way. I think Cass does. I think you're just a bit downhearted, which is a shame.
Bit of a miserable git. I think I'm
but look at it as an opportunity. Look at it as a 3-year opportunity, and try and build it. Make it into something.
When did you get so wise, Beth? I'm not saying that.
Since about 5 minutes ago.
You sound like a very young woman, and
I'm 29. I'm not that young.
Oh, you're an old. You're past it. Okay, well,
she's not. She's just reaching her prime.
You've got years of experience. Then, in that case, all right. Hey, listen, Beth. Nice one. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No worries. Bye, guys.
See you later on.
Beth. Thank you.
And she's totally right, and I get it. Of course, I get it. I'm just in a weird spot at the moment. Yeah, you have this one.
But here's the thing: if we had loads, you'd be wondering what the joke was and when they were going to work out that it wasn't for them. You know, I don't think you're ever going to be satisfied because you're not that sort of person.
I was satisfied with 4,500.
Yeah, but then you were saying, but it won't be that next week.
I was right.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying to you is you never just enjoy the moment. You're always preempting it and you're ready for the kick in the balls, which will inevitably come. But in the meantime, you've been sitting there waiting for it.
I am in a weird space.
Well, it is a bit strange.
Take a call, please.
Hello. Who's there on the Skype?
Hello.
Hello.
It's Brett.
Okay.
Do you want to play a quiz?
Always.
Right. It's called the Running Race Quiz.
That's a catchy title.
Who would win a race out of Nick Ferrari and Mike Graham?
Oh. I'd put money on Graham.
Nice one, buddy.
Someone clip that, please. Clip that phone call.
I'll send it to Mike Graham.
Clip that phone call. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Nice one, buddy. If you've just tuned in, right, do clip it. By the way, we've still got this competition going. The first 5 people that can prove to me and Katherine that you have clipped, and if you don't know how to clip, if you're watching on your computer, I don't know if you can do it on the phone, maybe you can, but on the screen where you can see us, there's a little clapper board, and you can clip on that and make sort of a 30, 60-second clip. The first 5 people that can give me actual evidence that you've made a clip that has been seen by over 5,000 people, you can have a free T-shirt. You can have a free T-shirt. So clip it and get those clips out there and show them to me.
Why, hello.
Oh, do that again.
Wow. I can only move them both together, never individually.
I can't do anything like that with my eyes. That's amazing. What a guy.
I called to add something to the discourse surrounding figures and all of that.
Yes, sir.
On a kind of up in the air spiritual side of things, you're both nervous. I think I dare say I speak for many of us. We're nervous for you as well, and that energy has to pass before the numbers really get going. I honestly, firmly believe that this is a transitory thing, and it's probably going to take a few more weeks before the energy is in the right place. You haven't hit your stride yet. I know that. I've listened to you for a long time, and you're nervous because it's new. And you know, last week was exciting and shiny, and this week is scary, I dare say. But I've said it before. Enormous things are coming your way. I firmly believe that. And this is the medium in which they're going to explode all over the place. So
I totally get. This is a regular caller, Paul, and someone
Rhythmic
said,
Paul, if you don't mind.
Someone has said, asking him his name. Why don't you? It's Rhythmic Paul, and is a very wise and very gentle soul. And you're right. You're right. This is show number 7. And I'm making a thing of when I post the videos up on YouTube. I'm giving them a number so that we know. And it is show number 7. And I am. I would suggest I'm more nervous than you. Because do I have a because? No, I don't have a because, but I would suggest I am more nervous than you, and I
think you're a more anxious person than I am.
Yes, there is that. Part of it, right, is because I don't want to be doing this in 3 years' time, Paul, right? Part of it is because at the moment my plan, as ridiculous as plans are, is to be in 3 years' time, at the age of 50, to be in another career. And if a really well-paid gig comes up, it's $5,000 to go on a TV show or $1,000 to go on a TV show for an afternoon. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. But otherwise, I'm out of this. So part of me feels, and this is silly and you'll laugh at this, part of me feels responsible to leave you in a good position,
right?
So that you can go off and fly when I'm not saying that you've hitched your wagon to my horses. Is that the phrase?
Okay.
Is that?
I know what you mean.
I'm not for one second suggesting that's what
Yeah.
you've done, because we know each other too well to know that's not the case. But I feel a responsibility, not as a man, as a friend.
Yeah.
And
I
as a
know.
friend who, for the last 4 years, has had the higher profile. I feel like I am. You're a glider.
Yeah.
And I'm the plane that's kind of taking you up. I've got to get you high enough so that when I disengage, you carry on flying under your own steam. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you're not in control of that.
No.
And neither am I, really.
No.
So I would rather we just both enjoyed the ride.
Mr. Robus makes a good point. Is it because you feel you have a bigger reputation you're worried you'll look silly? I'm not worried about that. No. Not worried about that in the slightest. My ego doesn't allow that. But part of me is an old-fashioned old man that thinks, well, it's not radio. And it isn't radio.
No.
And radio won't give me a job.
But also, let's remember how miserable radio was making us by the end.
And if I may point out, this is the next thing. And you're here. You're the first call-in show. Screw the word radio. You're the first call-in show on Twitch. Again, you're doing things. You're pioneers. So yes, the road won't be smooth. But because you're the first.
Yeah, and that can make you feel quite lonely. And you always wonder whether you're doing it right. I'm doing it so differently from everyone else. Can it be that I've got am I doing it right? Well, we can just do it the way we do it. That's the only thing we didn't have that many options by the end anyway. Not options that we wanted to live with. We could have conformed.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
If I might add again, since the start of the show, the numbers are creeping up.
Yeah, they are.
Another thing you need to remember is your show started at 10 in the past, and 9 is, I'm still getting used to that. In a way, I'm more grateful because it gives me an excuse to go to bed a little bit earlier. But your show used to kick off at 10 and end at 1. And, those who are loyal followers, many of which have not yet made the transition to Twitch, but they're coming. And I assure you of that. But they've been programmed for years and years and years and years and years for 10 till 1 slot. So there's lots of new things all at once. So I just called to say, don't be afraid.
Courage.
Have you used an app called Insight Timer, Paul? Have I mentioned this to you before?
I remember you talking about it.
I may have mentioned it. A friend of mine in recovery mentioned it to me, and it's great. It's this app, right? And it's just loads of different guided meditations and stuff on there. And like I was saying today, I don't quite know why, but I feel very sad at the moment. And it's fine. It's fine. And I woke up this morning and I had to do some bits and pieces, and I spoke to the hospital, and I've got to go and have my foot looked at, and that's fine. And then I just started crying, and I could feel it coming, and I thought, oh, I'm going to cry, and I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to go with it. I'm not going to try and stop it. I'm not going to put on some music. I'm not going to go and talk to the cats. I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to cry and just feel it. And I cried for about 10 minutes. And then I kind of stopped crying, and I phoned up a friend who's in recovery who I know is going through a tough time. And I phoned up, and we had a nice chat about what they're going through. And I kind of thought about it. And then I had to do a little bit of work for the BBC. I had to record some links for 4 Extra. I've recorded a really funny little bit with my friend Mackenzie Crook, and that was 2 hours. And then I went to bed, and I was still feeling sad. And I got this Insight Timer out, and I typed in, you can search for topics, and I typed in sadness. And I found this really beautiful 9-minute meditation by a person whose name I can't remember, and I'll have a little look in a bit. I deliberately chose one that wasn't about getting rid of sadness, that wasn't about how to beat sadness. It was called something like acknowledging sadness.
Yeah.
I thought, this is what I want. I want to acknowledge this, right? And I did, and it's this beautiful meditation about sitting there and feeling sadness and welcoming it and kind of asking it why it's there. And then when you're ready, saying, okay, well, when you're done, if you wouldn't mind leaving, because I've got stuff I need to get on with. Oh, man. And I'm just lying in bed, and I wasn't sobbing, but I had tears. And it was beautiful. Something is happening, Paul. I don't know what it is, right? It could be the thing I think it is, but actually it might be deeper. The thing I think it is I did 2 of these 4 days of college that I'm doing, and I flipping loved it. I loved it. It was exciting, and there was a little bit of it that was embarrassing. We had to do a couple of little sort of workshops, and oh God, I loved it. I can't tell you how much I loved it. And part of me thinks it's sadness at saying goodbye to this career. Potentially, it's all up for grabs. Sadness at thinking, well, maybe I should have done this a bit earlier. Fear of possibly changing. I don't know what it is. Something I think has been unlocked as a result of that. And I don't remember. No, it's not a midlife crisis, the smell of old books. I think I've had my midlife crisis. I think I think the midlife crisis has come and gone. I think this is something, this is an awareness, and this is me gearing up for maybe gearing up for the 3rd act. I think it's acceptance. I also think that it's that course. There's quite a lot of from what you're telling me of looking inwards. Oh yeah, you bring up a lot of stuff, and that's hard. That's really hard. But also, you just change your diet massively. So there is that. Your metabolism's all over the shop. There is that. There are so many factors. Also, last week was a great hoot and a holler, right? And now we're kind of settling into the long haul. The long haul. So there's a lot of things settling, I think, Paul, and yep. I'm ready. I had 4 weeks off work. I've never not worked for that length of time, never. And I'm just ready to see what's next. And I've kind of given up trying to pedal towards things. This is the weird thing. The times in my life when I've been the least satisfied are when I've been trying to grab things. Now I'm just going to wait and see what's going to happen. And I'll be ready. And it's not like I'm not going to do any work for it, but I'm done fighting. Fighting. Maybe there'll be another phase of fighting, but for the moment, I just want to see what's next.
Your best work, and as I speak to both of you, your best work happens when you are in the moment. That spontaneity and that chemistry is glorious, and neither of you are in that space yet, but it's coming. So,
well, when this is done, when this is all over. We're meeting up, and me and Katherine are buying you dinner. You and your beautiful wife. I want to meet up and have a proper evening out and a proper chat with the 4 of us. Yeah. Are you up for that?
Absolutely, definitely.
Beautiful. It's happening, man. All right, nice to talk to you, mate. Thank you.
Cheers.
See you later on.
He's so soothing. What a soothing presence.
Wise.
It's that thing that Kendall was talking about yesterday, about trying to just stabilise yourself and recognise that nothing is happening now.
Oh, there we go, look. What's wrong, Pete? Have I said something wrong about Doctor Who and you want to correct me? Did I get the month wrong that K9 was created?
I was just going to say, hide the numbers, guys. Put a Post-it note over it if you need to.
Well, they're going up now, so he's getting excited. But knowing Ian's head, what he does is, if we had 5,000 now, he'd be going, oh, they must have made a mistake. They're going to realise in a second it's all going to be wrong. Tomorrow won't be as good. No, of course. At some point it won't be as good.
I mean, I know that I'm in a slightly different situation with streaming. I'm not relying on it as an income and things. But I found it was so freeing to stopping having that on screen. Because, Ian's right. You'd be constantly looking at the numbers, and if there was a raid, you'd be seeing how quickly it drops off. And of course, there's obvious reasons for it dropping off that are nothing to do with you. And just hide the numbers.
Can we do something that I've seen other streamers do? Can we get a shout out in the chat, please, for Pete's channel? Can we get this? Is what they say. Can we get let me get
big up, Pete.
Can we get a shout out in the chat, please, for Pete's stream? Thanks, Mods.
That sounded like a supermarket kind of.
I used to do those.
And the owner of the Fiesta in the car park.
I used to do those when I used to work in the bakery department of Safeways. What did I used to? I used to do jokes, and I got told off for it. If you come to the bakery department now, some of the bread rolls have been reduced by 30 pence. The bakery department, some of the bread rolls have been reduced by 30 pence. Thank you. Still got it.
Fun time.
I still got it. Pete does a brilliant stream, and I know you've not come on to plug it, so I hope this doesn't make you uncomfortable. I've got a question about that, actually. Pete does a brilliant stream where he buys loads of VHS tapes, not movies and stuff, like VHS tapes that people have taped. And
Yeah, you know, like the ones with labels on saying Dad's tape, keep hands off.
We were very much a Betamax family. And
it was better quality.
Much better quality. And I would hate... I thought people who had VHS were common. And I thought and there were degrees of common, and below them were the scumbags that put their VHS tapes in plastic boxes that looked like encyclopedias. Scumbags. Scumbags, Pete, aren't they? You had those?
Yeah, I did when I was younger. Yeah, I remember having them.
You're a scumbag.
Yep.
We didn't have those, but my dad had one of those red and black exercise books, and they were numbered. All the videos, you could see what was on what.
Pete, did your mum just have a tape? We had mum's tape. Oh, don't tape on that. That's my tape, that is.
A soldier on it.
No, yeah. I don't think so. I think we were fairly good. I mean, there might have been a tape that she used or whatever, but yeah, we didn't have one that was labelled as such. I mean, I had back then I had hundreds of videotapes that I'd taped myself off the telly, and I really wish I'd not got rid of them, but you know.
Yeah, I mean the reason I've got nearly all the episodes of the show I used to do called the 11 o'clock shows because my mum taped them. My mum taped them, and it's heartbreaking, those tapes, actually, because she had been diagnosed a few years, actually, maybe about 7 years with her MS. But as it goes on, her writing gets worse on the tapes, man. And it's yeah. But then again, no one could write neatly on a video tape.
It's a very awkward.
Unless you wrote on the label and then stuck it on the tape.
That was a secret.
It was knobbly. It's a very, very difficult thing.
Well, it's yeah. I mean, yeah. It's all right. I've done the thing that I know you love. You had something in your head while you were saying that, and I can't really, you know.
Say it.
Well, I know I was because it's not
relevant,
related. But I know it
doesn't matter. I was just going
to say that I every now and then I come across things which are kind of like the tapes I would have had.
Yeah.
And I came across one last night, which was basically just 3 hours of clips about Star Trek from the telly. So 10 minutes of Bogan, and then sort of 5 minutes of the word, and then points of view, and just all this kind of stuff strung together in a piecemeal tape. It was
good.
I'm going to be uploading it at some point. It was wonderful. Yeah.
This is the phone in. What was on your mum's tape, right? Because G Fox says my mum did. She had Hercules, Neon Rider, and Walker's Texas Ranger on it. Daddy Bear Cub says mum's tape had True Lies and 5 episodes of Emmerdale Farm. What was on Dad's tape, says Star Chaser, was Trapdoor, Nightmare, Puddle Lane, and Songs of Praise.
Oh, that's quite
Those are all great shows, but yeah.
And Dave Bob Dave says my dad's one tape was The Guns of Navarone and Paint Your Wagon.
Gosh.
There we go, guys. What's on your mum and dad's tapes?
Tell you what, Trapdoor is a belter. My kids, I think you can see it on YouTube, because my kids have seen all the old Trapdoors and they loved it.
From there.
They're only about 5 minutes long, aren't they?
They are,
we watched some Trapdoors,
a lot
actually.
Of those shows were.
I think they were on like Prime or Netflix or something for a while, because I sat and watched a load with the boys. Yeah. As Friends Russ says, my mum's tape was any appearance wet made on the telly.
Oh, my mum liked him as well.
A lot of Prisoner Cell Block H's. Oh God, Boba Fetish 91. My mum had the Corrie episode where Haley is introduced, and Grease without Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee.
What? She boycotted that song.
Well, did she pause it when that bit came on, Boba? That's insane.
Maybe that was cut from the data, because it's kind of a raunchy song, I suppose. Maybe it was.
A lot of the songs in Grease are flipping raunchy. Having watched it with two little girls, I thought, this went completely over. Well, I suppose that's why it went over their heads, but it's really rude.
Willow, followed by Father Christmas, followed by Mannequin. What a tape, says Pliddle34. Mannequin is such a great movie. Kim Cattrall,
so good.
I mean, anything with Kim Cattrall is
What an actor, what a performer, what an actress, what an artist.
That's it.
Apart from that thing where the bit in Sex and the City where she's covered in sushi, that made me physically...
What do you mean? In Sex and the City, it was all that all the time, wasn't it? Well, I feel hot.
Those naughty, naughty girls.
Actually, I used to love that show, and now I watch it and go, oh, God, they're all horrible. I think the only one I like vaguely... No, I don't like any of them. They're all horrible. They're all a nightmare.
Pete, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
When you stream, does it make you uncomfortable if I come in?
No.
Fine. I'm just
genuinely, it's good to see you in there.
Okay. I'm just aware that sometimes for some people my presence might be
It's irritating.
I get
well, it is that, but you know, it's not. Yeah.
I get nervous when Limmy comes in.
Right.
To mine. Get nervous.
Yeah, but you've got a very spiky, jolly, blokey relationship, haven't you?
We haven't really got any relationship because I don't know him. I respect him, admire him a lot. I wish we were friends.
Yeah.
But neither of us are the kind of people that have friends.
Mm-hmm.
Neither of us are friend people, you know. But I've certainly got a lot of respect, and I've learned so much from him. His book, inspired me to come out, and as well as other things. Him and Keith and the Girl and a few others are what are inspiring me to work towards having no shame.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, what a painful but wonderful journey that is. But I get nervous when he comes in and I suddenly think, I've got to be very funny and I've got to try. And I'm not for a second suggesting that's what you feel, Pete. And I'm really glad that.
I imagine I probably did the first time.
Right.
But I mean, at this point, yeah. I mean, we sort of swap DMs and things. We're friends. It's
okay. Good. Nice one, man. Are you back in London yet, or are you still at Mum's?
I'm still at Mum's, but hoping. I mean, basically, I'm ready to. Well, I will be ready to go once I've tidied the room that I've been staying in for the last 5 months. But yeah, I'm ready to go sort of as soon as my sister has a day where she's able to take me back up. So mentally, I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Stay safe, Pete.
Yeah, cheers. You too.
Ta-ra. We've just. Oh, yeah. But I think he was going to say he wants to kill us. So we'll take
of
that.
course. It's only natural.
We had a link to Pete's channel in the chat there. Ronnie Lane 78, thank you for the subscription. Parus Dev, thank you for the bits. I need to make this box a little bit bigger so I can see. Simon Bellintel, thank you for the subscription.
Piddle 34 subscribe, thank you.
Elsid 1000. Papa Moore, thank you for the bits. Tell the Beard, thank you for the subscription.
And Coded Raving.
Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Thank
It's appreciated, thank you.
Click the follow, guys. Go on, Kath, you take this. Oh, no, I think they've...
Do you know what I've got in my boot still? I've still got the video that my mum did of all my bits that when I was a reporter on Look East.
Oh, well,
It's not very long.
Let's dig that out. I've just put my VHS. I had my VHS under here, but I've tidied under here for this. And the VHS is now in the cupboard at the back, but let's digitise that.
You're not missing much.
Hello, caller.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello, who's that?
My name's Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Hello. I just wanted to say, and this is more of a mantra that I've been reminding myself of, because I get anxiety and depression, and some of the stuff you've been saying has kind of been resonating, that what you're doing at the moment, you're doing it at the hardest time possible. So as I say, this is my mantra that I remind myself that everything I'm doing at the moment, I'm doing during a pandemic. So trying to focus on work or trying to, whatever it is I'm trying to overcome, I'm trying to do it with this kind of underlying level of fear in the media and like whatever it is, there's that feeling. So not only do you have to deal with that, but a lot of your viewers and the people that would normally phone in are possibly in that similar place, like they're not feeling very sociable or chatty or brave or
also,
normal.
You're wondering why you're feeling strange. My God, what a time this is. It'd be strange if you weren't feeling odd.
Yeah, really odd. Like you can do something really fun and immediately afterwards feel down again because I guess you had your mind distracted for a bit and then it's not distracted anymore. But
I've really enjoyed the majority of lockdown. The first couple of weeks were terrifying. Then I've enjoyed it. I'm in a very privileged position. I live alone, but I get to see my kids. I've got a nice house, a bit of a garden, all of that. But yeah, I would say the last 4 or 5 days, I've become really tired of this, Em, of lockdown and of the pandemic and of huge numbers of people dying and all of that. I think I'm just a a little bit winded. I'll get my second wind and it'll be fine, and I'll deal with it because we have to deal with it. But right now I'm in a bit of a slump with it all.
We're also all in limbo. Do you know what? I spoke to you earlier on today and I said, I feel flat, but I feel okay. After that, I had about an hour of feeling super, super anxious and upset. And... like I say, I just sort of rode it out because I thought, well, of course you feel anxious and upset. It's a really anxiety-inducing and upsetting time. But, but this is a temporary feeling. And it won't be fatal.
Go on, Emma. You're going to say something.
I was just going to say, but it does go in waves, doesn't it? That you have days where you think, I feel really great, and then you have days where you feel bobbins and you don't know what happened in between. But it's just that low-level, constant kind of drain and that kind of drip, drip, drip of the fear that I think sometimes just gets to the top, doesn't it? And then, and so just I think what you did when you cry and you just feel it, and sometimes I just let myself feel it, and I and then I go and do whatever you call it, self-care, but I just go and do some stuff like play the Nintendo Switch or read a book or whatever it might be. I go and do a thing.
What are you playing on the Switch at the moment, Emma?
Just finished Origami King.
Okay.
Which was all right, not necessarily 50 quid's worth.
Yeah,
but,
I've heard it's so.
Yeah.
I've been saved by Animal Crossing.
You still doing that? Because a lot of Animal Crossing users have dropped it now.
Dipping in and out, right? And just when it gets a little bit dull, they give you something extra, like then you can now swim. And I think that they're going to bring something in at the end of the month where there are fireworks
2 days,
displays
I think.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not spending that much time on it these days, but back when I was potentially stuck in a job that I didn't like and didn't know what I was going to do, and I felt like I was letting you down by staying and all that stuff, it was just a little moment of kind of mindlessness. It's so pure. There's no one getting shot. There's no way, I'm going to go fishing for half an hour and then I'll be back in the room. And it really did calm me down. It's like a kind of mental screensaver, isn't it, that game?
Yeah. We did loads of like Zoom parties, but with Animal Crossing, which makes me sound incredibly lame because I'm a grown-up. But loads of us would like meet on somebody's island and just chat like we're doing here, but we'd just chat while hanging out on somebody's island and like doing some chores for them or fishing or swimming or whatever it might be. But it felt half-assed, like we were visiting our friends. So
yeah. Sounds great. I've got a Dodo Airlines t-shirt in real life.
Someone said your blouse looks like a Dodo Airlines stewardess.
Well, thank you.
Which is a great compliment. It's a great compliment.
I mean, it's lockdown 2020. Dodo Airlines was the sponsor of it, I think. So.
It's the only place I'm flying this year.
Hey, nice one, Emma. Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Someone, DC Turner says, what is your best pandemic impulse purchase? Where to start?
Oh.
My preloaded GameCube with about 300 games in, and oh God, I've got a dealer now. I've got a dealer, right? I've got a dealer. And just every now and then I'll just get in touch with this dealer just to see if he's still dealing, right?
And of course he's still dealing.
I don't want to buy, but I just want to check if he's still dealing. And he sold me my modded Dreamcast, and he sold me this modded N64, and he sold me this modded GameCube. And I just reached out to him today and said, can you get Sega Saturns that are preloaded with games? He went, funny you should mention that. I've got one left. And it's preloaded, and he sent me the list.
Of course, he's got one left.
He sent me, it was loaded with all these games, and he said some of the games don't work because of the emulation, but most of them work, and you can have it for this amount. And I'm like, I bought the GameCube a month ago, and I've only played it once, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, which is a great game, by the way. And I'm thinking, Sega Saturn preloaded. So better. Producer Tobes' purchase was an electric bicycle. What was yours?
My paints. But I'm starting something new tomorrow, and it's really lame.
Why? Body paints?
No, not body. Oh, I've done that. Not body paints. Miniatures. Not the drink kind. But like miniature. I've got this miniature room that I'm going to make.
Okay.
It's got electrics and everything.
Hey, James.
Hey.
Hey, guys. It's James Sprinkles.
James Sprinkles, yes, man.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah, what you got?
Get down! Sorry, that's Bonson.
Is everything all right there? Yep. Okay, good. We've all got pets. It's a tough time for pets as well as it is for humans.
Gosh.
Well, I think you guys are much more engaging when you're not worrying.
Oh no, that's curious.
I think you're much more engaging when you're not playing silly sound effects. Do you want to do this properly?
Let's chat.
Okay. Yeah, I know, but this is what... did you used to listen to the radio show?
Once or twice. You cut me off.
Okay. I see. Why did we kick you off?
I think you were in a bad mood.
No. What did you do to be kicked off?
I can't remember. It was a very long time ago.
Yes, you can. What was the final straw that got you kicked off?
I mentioned Daddy Freddy.
Just stop being so evasive and tell us.
No, that's it. I mentioned Daddy Freddy. You said you didn't know who Daddy Freddy was, and you cut me off.
Right. Okay.
Oh, well, then it probably just sounds like we were moving on.
Yeah. Everyone gets cut off.
Well, there you go. That's the complete explanation.
This guy was funny last week.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But when you say we're more engaging when we're not worrying, but that's part of. But that's the show. That's part of the show.
People aren't used to hearing People aren't used to hearing that kind of honesty.
No, exactly. This is, we are here to. We're not going to go and fake everything.
Is this the contents of his head? Because I'd rather hear yours.
Christ knows. It's. Does he know that people can't hear him? Just cut him off. I can see why he got cut off for being a bell end. Yeah, no, that's how we talk. That's how we talk here.
Yeah.
That's how we talk here. I prefer it when you have a conversation with us and you stop being a dick, James. But you chose to do that, and that's absolutely fine. You chose to do that, but we then chose to not listen. Katherine and I, we will dick around, we will be funny, we'll be silly, we'll play silly games, we'll talk about songs I wrote as a kid, and we'll also talk about deep, holes in our spirit, and misery and depression and fear and loneliness. And your choice is then whether you listen to that or whether you don't listen to that. And if you choose not to, that's absolutely fine. But this is our world, and this is what we are doing.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shall we talk about Gregorian Emerson family law solicitors? Why don't we read? I'm going to get a gelaw.co.uk. Let's get
a testimonial.
Here we go.
Okay.
This is from a father, 2014. I'm not giving out any names, no pack drill. Hi, Richard. You are definitely the strategist, and it is on this basis that I would not have been willing to go into court without you.
Boom.
I wonder where that was going.
Exactly, that could have been
Wowzers. Every other aspect of your work has been magical, so I look forward to our first day in court. Wow, I look forward to our first day in court. I got court next week, but there you go. And yes, a bit of support in court will definitely be useful. I always have one person that I know and trust in the courtroom with me. Thanks for all the brain work you've put in thus far. You didn't tell us, Richard, you did brain work. You kept that secret. That should have been.
That was well hid.
Which I think will stand us in good stead in court. There you go. Thank you very much indeed. gelaw.co.uk. It's we've got, these are all genuine testimonials. We'll do a testimonial in the next hour for these guys.
For Summers Waste Solutions.
Summers. I wonder. I always get a bit windy when we get to SommersWasteSolutions.com.
Why? Because Summers.
I don't know, but just as I go to this screen, I get just a little bit windy pops. And I
Oh,
wonder
well,
what
literally
that is.
windy. Maybe you've got waste disposal issues.
Well, I wonder if they can help.
I don't think anyone can help with that. They do toxic waste, though, and food waste.
Let's get some testimonials, actually, from them now.
Please.
This is the testimonial
Because all I
hour.
can tell you is they're a family business. They're extremely flexible. They serve the whole country. They can help you wherever you are, big or small company. And here's
Camden
the voice
Town.
of someone they have.
And the reason my printer, I hate printers. My kids are terrified to ask me to sort out the printer because I just crouch there with my bum crack on display going, I hate printers. And my printer has died. My kid broke it, so I've had to order a new one. So I haven't got a printer at the moment. So I'm searching around the screens. This is from Camden Town Brewery. Sommer's Waste Solutions have been our go-to for well over a year now. Everyone I have dealt with there has been helpful and proactive. Quite often, with the nature of brewing, we can put in requests for service with very quick turnaround, and Sommer's Waste Solutions have always been able to accommodate us. Would recommend highly.
Gosh, brewing, so they could help you, Ian.
I see, because I'm far. Okay, well, I would like to apologise to the Somers boys and girls and cats. Go away, Bob. That she has associated your company with farts. That is out of order, and that is not what this show is about, and that's certainly not what the SommersWasteSolutions.com team
Wish your waste was confidential.
Are about. Poseidon Safety Management. They are our newest sponsors. Welcome to the team. Let's say hello. They've got animals as well.
They've got the largest stock of guide dogs in the Devon and Cornwall area. This is I think he's the king, isn't he?
Zeus. Zeus was who we had to. Zeus working. Look, we're going to find a burglar. I want to find a burglar. No burglar, but there's a squeaky toy.
Serious business for Zeus.
Look at him, and he's a cutie. When we spoke to the team at Poseidon, Zeus was snoring next to him. Largest suppliers of guard dogs in Devon and Cornwall. That's primarily where they're based. They are passionate about making a difference in their area, and all the patrols. If you hire them for patrols, it can be like one man team, one woman team. It can be loads of people. They will be from the local area, so they will know all the local places, all the people. They will know
the fastest ways to get to you. Yeah,
it's a real human touch. You can ring them up for a chat. We had a lovely chat with them last week, and they are on Twitter at twitter.com Poseidon Safe. They're on facebook.com Poseidon Safety. So slightly different addresses there. facebook.com/Poseidon Safety, twitter.com/Poseidon Safe. If you want to advertise with us and have us chat about your company, and you get a mention in the podcast, and if you want us to clip the bits from the video and send it to you, and you can do with that whatever you want, then send us an email, latenightalternative@gmail.com. I hope Zeus doesn't roll around in the burglar's poo, says Rubbish Who's Now, that'll be the thing about Indonesian burglars that we learnt on last night's show. They think it is lucky to poo outside of the house that they are burglarising.
It seems like a risky move. You're at your most vulnerable, aren't you, with your drawers down?
It does seem like a very risky move.
But there you go. I don't think they do that in Devon and Cornwall, although, people.
El Cid says, get Chat Its Fate as a sponsor. I mean, I don't know why we don't. Can you send an email to her?
Yeah.
And say, come on.
I've got a copy of it somewhere as well.
Get it out. Get it out.
I've got a load of unopened ones at home because I didn't think I'd ever read them aloud to you again.
As friends, Russ says, put a bummulet in. They won't burgle you. This is already, we're building up in jokes, guys.
I've got one.
Hi, Ian. One thing I've noticed with the show, which is still great, is that some of the day-to-day funny stories are missing that you used to tell of funny interactions with people, which is entirely understandable as the lockdown has screwed this up. Maybe worth adding, i.e. life is weird at the moment and just what it is. Well, I'm not interacting with anybody. That's the thing. I can't, it's very difficult to say, well, I went out and did this because I ain't going nowhere. And that is one of, you pick up Mike's 1, 2, 3 on a real problem. For my kind of presenting, I would suggest Catherine's, perhaps to a lesser degree, but a lot of what I do is, well, yours as well, is talking about what's happened to me in the day. And from pretty early on in lockdown,
nothing's happened.
Nothing was happening, and it really became a lot harder to do this kind of show. And it is a little bit harder because nothing's happening. I'm cooking vegan meals, which I'm really loving, but Kath isn't loving so much because it's making me very, very windy.
I like them the first time round.
And I'm not doing anything. So yeah, that's a toughie. Beth says we're about to hit a mental health crisis. I don't know if we're about to hit it. I think we're going to hit it in like a year or 2 years or 3 years. I think there's certainly a mental health time bomb that's coming in like 5-10 years for kids. The kids now, I think in 10-15 years, are going to be screwed up to a certain extent. There were some stats that said up until I think the end of March, maybe the beginning of April, suicide rates had not gone up in this country. Be interesting to see if that has changed. There is going to be a mental. Oh, Beef Monster Much says, I feel mentally unhealthy now you mention it. Oh, Christ. We've made it worse by mentioning it.
Don't think that's how it works, but okay. You're the professional.
well, I'm not yet. Can I just test the level?
Doorbells.
Was that?
That's very loud.
No, it's loud for us.
Doorbells.
It might not be loud for them.
How was it for you?
How was the first doorbells compared to the second doorbells, guys? Iain and Dave. I rang your show once. You were there for me in a mental health sense when you didn't realise you were. I am a long-time listener and one-time caller. I will ring again. It's just boss to see. Iain and Dave?
I think it's maybe predictive text.
Second doorbells was perfect. How about this?
I like the mushy peas.
Yeah, we're good? We're good? Yeah? Yeah, you like that? How about...
Hello?
Yep. There we go. Bang on.
Is that doing it for you?
Producer Tobes is one of the mods. Best mods in the business. Is furious. Not furious. Very, very upset with my levels. Very upset. He writes, rightfully so, he writes me a 2,000-word essay after every show about the levels.
Yeah.
I stopped reading them after the third thing. And I'm going to be honest, I was... actually, sometimes I'd play the levels too loud just to upset producer Tobes.
Have you got a mouthful of sausage for Alex, please?
I don't think I have. I haven't set... I've got this.
I am not in a bad mood.
I've got this.
You are a pervert.
I've got this.
Well, I really think this is great.
But I haven't got... It's not here. Is it? No, I...
Stick a pencil up there.
Yeah. Oh, he's banned. No, I haven't.
Oh,
I haven't.
Never mind. I've got Chat's Fate. Do you want one?
Yeah, go on.
This is from March. Hello, who's that?
Hello.
Hello.
I was just ringing to see if I'd be able to talk to Iain about the sponsorship segment for my dad's company that went out of business 10 years ago.
Just a second, please. He wants to know if he can talk to you about a sponsorship thing for his dad whose business went out of business 10 years ago.
Nah, not really.
No, thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Love you. Bye-bye. So I've got Marches.
Can I just say, those are my favourite calls. Do you want another glass of water?
Yeah, hell yeah. I do, especially if I'm going to be giving and giving in a second.
Sorry?
Well, I haven't really opened them since... Do you know what? When they were arriving, I didn't have the heart to open them because I didn't think I'd ever read them to you again.
I bought a sex toy.
Don't put your thingy in that.
I nearly doxed myself.
You'll never see it again.
That's going to be fun.
I've got one of them. I've not used it very much. Skeleton in the closet. Oh, right now. Okay, so we'll do what we used to do. Was that you?
Sorry?
Flipping out. You see?
Sorry?
As long as it doesn't fan in here. The front page of March 2020, issue 3 of this year, obs. Guided by a tragic note in a haunted wardrobe. A fortune teller exposed our shocking family secret. There was no going back. I was hunted by a dead murderer. I've died before. I live with invisible housemates. Find out the colour of your soul. Oh, I can speak to flowers and veg. What do you fancy? Who writes this muck? Geniuses, that's who writes it. And here's the spoiler. The spoiler is, it's never what you think it's going to be. Flowers and veg. We can tell, Kath, you not use NutriBullet much. Maybe you should.
Kath,
gosh.
Don't start yet.
Okay, I won't start yet. You're being rude. Sacked from Talk Radio is having a go.
Sorry?
In bitchy fashion.
What am I sacked for?
No, I'm sacked from Talk Radio. Their name, obviously trying to get a little bit of attention, said that they could tell I've not used NutriBullet very much and maybe I should.
Oh, they said, oh, okay.
I've got a place where I can put the one that I've not used, and if you'd just like to bend over, it'd probably make more sense than what you're saying out of your mouth.
The lady is saying she's going to put a NutriBullet up your jacksie.
Right, here we go.
That's going to hurt because she's going to turn it on.
Yeah. But anyway.
Sacked from Talk Radio. Hands up if you were sacked from Talk Radio. Not you?
No, I resigned.
Yep. And I just didn't get my contract renewed, so that's that. That's that, James!
Now then, how's it going?
Interesting entry.
What does he say?
Now then.
How do, James?
I'm trying to be a bit passive today, so...
Oh, not strident. I liked your strident, though.
No. There's a time for being strident, listen, and there's a time for being passive, so I'm going to be passive. I just wanted to tell you about these trainers that I bought.
Oh,
Explosive Diarrhea says, well, I'm out. Good luck with your streaming and hope everything works out for you.
Oh, wow.
Well, thanks for letting us know.
Are you out for just tonight? Or you're out for forever? What is that about? Are you out? You going to bed now? Or are you coming back? Or
He's out of his mind, that's what he is.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's all out of love.
No love without you. Okay. Yes, James.
Yeah, so I bought these trainers a couple of weeks ago off this drug dealer. I don't know what he's laced them with, but I've been tripping ever since.
Oh. I'll give you that one.
Is that right?
I'll give you that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, because I was talking to a mate, and my dad started this new job on the roadworks, and my mate was saying that he's been stealing from his new job, but I didn't want to believe it. But when I got home, all the signs were there. I mean, they'll get them about no.
I had to take some shoes. I had to take some shoes to the recycling centre the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was soul destroying.
I put a pizza in the oven the other day, burnt it. It was one of them, the ham and pineapple ones, Hawaiian pizza.
No,
I should have
never.
put it on a low high temperature.
Oh.
Come on, dudes. We stole these jokes from the Alan Bezic show. These are good gags. These are as good as yours.
Yeah. So I've got a game for you as well.
Okay.
It's a little challenge, actually. You can play against each other. I want you to name as many countries as you can that end in the letter L.
Countries that end in the letter L. I don't think there are any.
Israel.
There's one.
Okay. Gone straight in there with...
Cass winning. Come on,
Sorry?
Cass.
Right, Cass winning. Yeah, all right. Bali.
Where?
Bali.
Is that a country? I've not heard of that.
Yep, Bali.
That's an answer I ain't got, so you get 2 points for that.
2 points.
But it ends with the letter
L. Brazil.
Portugal.
Yeah.
Portugal, you can't have Portugal. That's not a country. That's an island.
Mate, it's on the peninsula.
Talking to the microphone. You don't even...
It's on the peninsula. It's on the Iberian Peninsula.
Yeah, you get one for Portugal, obviously.
So I've got 3 points. Kath's got 2. All right.
What?
Nepal. This game is
nice.
appalling.
Nicely done.
Senegal.
He's
Nice.
a footballer. Madagascar.
Oh, come on.
If you're not going to play, then there's no point. Do you know what I
There
mean?
is no point, is there? There is no point.
At last he gets it. Okay, I tell you what, James. Do you want a game of Adamant with us?
What's that?
We start. We start with me saying Adamant. That's how you begin. Katherine then has to name a group or artist that begins with T. Now the T doesn't count as the, so you could not have, for example, the Beatles, but you could have the. Then you have to name a group that begins with the last letter of the group she said. If you say a group that begins and ends with the same letter, it spins back the other way. You got it?
Right. Give me a demonstration. Come on.
Okay, I'll go first, then it's Katherine, then it's James. Adamant.
Tapau.
No, give me an easy one. Give me an easy.
Okay.
Adamant.
Tina Turner.
I really don't know. This is what happens. I smoked a fatty before, and this is what happens.
Wow. Spoke to Fatty.
Yeah.
Spoke to Fatty. So you just got to name a group or a singer that begins with R.
Oh, right. I get it. Robin Williams. I don't even like him.
You don't have to like him.
No, you're just thinking about him. Don't worry about it.
All right. Spice Girls. Now that begins
Double
and
S.
ends with S, so that goes back to you. S.
Ooh. Oh, right. I've got it.
Here we go. We got a game. Right, shall we start again?
Yeah, can it be band or singer? Anyone?
Like I said 3 times, yes. Yeah. Okay. Nice. And we start off nice and slowly. As it moves on, it picks up a pace. This is better than going and watch someone playing Warzone or Fall Guys or any of that. This is what Twitch was invented for. Here we go. Adamant.
Tom Jones.
Shirley Bassey.
Yes.
Sunita.
Arctic Monkeys.
Spice Girls. Back to you.
Cher. No. Oh.
Go on, quick.
Shania Twain. I'm coming up with some really bad answers.
Shania Twain. That was a surprise.
No. Ooh.
10, 9.
Nina
8.
Simone.
Eurythmics. S. S is a tough one, James.
Yeah.
Specials.
Back to me. Stephen Page.
Echo Belly.
Why? Your go.
Just because it is.
Just shut up. By the way, I just saw the term Nick Kershaw was blocked.
Why?
By the chatbot for being offensive.
I love Nick Kershaw.
I like Nick Kershaw as well. You got a Y, James. You got 10, 9.
Oh
8,
no! Come on.
7, 6.
Why?
5.
Why?
4, 3.
No,
2.
I'm out.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Goodbye.
What a shame. What a shame.
Isn't it?
Day 7 though, before someone called me fat. It's interesting, isn't it?
The internet sucks. The internet
It's
sucks.
all groovy.
They're blocked.
It's all groovy. I knew it was coming.
It is.
I'm glad I'm not 15.
I'm really sorry.
Don't.
No, I am because
it's an easy thing to say. They see a woman on the internet. It's like, right,
Fat.
what can I call her? Fat or ugly?
Yeah.
Old. Innit? 7 days. That's kind of a victory.
That's not bad. That's progress. Mate, I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's all groovy.
Beef Monster Munch says, and also actually, it has been reported. I haven't. Obviously, I'm a bloke. I've not had any experience of this, but I have heard from. I've seen accounts from women that Twitch is problematic.
It's very
in terms of misogyny and homophobia and things like that.
I guess it's the kind of. It's very masculine, isn't it? And all the Bantosaurus Rexes hang out here.
On a rainbow, you're going to get a timeout because I don't quite get lol at calling Kath fat. I don't quite get that. So you're going to get a timeout for that. Maybe that's a misplaced timeout, but it doesn't seem like a lol to me. Someone said, imagine being Iain.
Oh, my God. Why would you?
Why? I mean, it's better than I make it out to be. It's better than I make it out to be. Okay? That On a Rainbow got blocked the other day. I don't understand what the lol... can we unblock him, please? Can we unblock On a Rainbow?
I'm actually... I'm actually intrigued as to
I'm
why
intrigued.
people talk to women like that.
I'm intrigued as to what the lol...
People like that you don't know.
Maybe that it was... Imagine calling Kath fat when she's obviously not. That's hilarious. Maybe it's that kind of vibe.
Or it was, ha, yeah, I'm glad someone did it.
Can we... Sorry, I meant it's laughable to describe Kath as fat. Okay. Well, I buy that, but it's not up to me.
It's all groovy. I don't care. I don't care what you think.
Okay.
No, I don't care. I might have years ago, and it's just that sort of crap that makes me worry for my daughters. But groovy.
Yeah, exactly. We've got the best mods in the business. Mods, introduce yourselves. And a couple of mods are off because they're not Ollie. Get well soon. Gatford's having another toe off. I know he's having another toe off. Gatford, get well soon. And the mods are brilliant, and we're all just finding our feet at the moment. And we did have a real problem at the end of the radio show we used to do over here in the UK, and the start of doing this here. we did used to have a bit of a problem with actual Nazis, proper white supremacists, not a term I use loosely. So everybody's on DEFCON 5. Today, Catherine and I spoke to the mods, and we have brought it down to DEFCON 3. We're on DEFCON 3. 5 is the worst, right? It's not 1, is it? 5.
I don't know. I've never been in a fight situation.
Language with Dan. See, saying Kath is fit again. That's not helpful, right? That's unhelpful. So just, I would consider that misogynistic, right? So let's all just step away from that. Because it's not helpful, right? And actually, it's quite unpleasant, and it can be quite intimidating to say, "Oh, they're fit. Oh, they're hot." Oh. It's not really nice, right? So 1 is the worst. 5 is okay. So we were at DEFCON 1. Either way, we're now at DEFCON 3. Whichever way the system goes, we are now on DEFCON 3, right? So what it means is a lot of people getting blocked and all of that, rightfully so, because of the instructions I had issued to my team. And today, Catherine and I had a chat, and we just said, let's just bring it down a little bit. Let's just give people the benefit of the doubt. But the things that will not be tolerated, and you will get booted out for immediately, any kind of phobia, transphobia, Islamophobia, homophobia, misogyny, any kind of perving over either of us, because it just makes us feel really uncomfortable and is unpleasant. And obviously, racism, outright racism. That just goes, man, because that's not what this is about. And if we lose a few viewers, I don't want those people. I don't want to make money from those people. I don't want those people watching. I don't need any of that. All right. So just the mods are down on DEFCON 3 now. So there's going to be a lot more caution. But just everyone don't.
The general rule is don't be a dick. I mean, everyone, you know what that means, right?
And so saying stuff like Kath is fit and 4 and Iain's a DILF and all of that, listen, it may be done as a joke, right? And that's cool, but actually it's not cool, because it makes comments like that makes me feel uncomfortable. And so let's just stay cool, guys. What day is it today?
Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday. Anyway, whatever. I don't think I need to say this to most of you, but, women don't need you to tell them what they look like. Okay.
And I'm going to let you into a secret. Can I let them into a secret about you? Kath ain't fit. Kath ain't fit. I saw her getting out of her car, trying to carry her bags from my driveway.
They're big bags?
Big bags. She was totally out of breath, sweating, stumbly. She ain't fit.
My God. And tomorrow, I'm kind of dreading it, but looking forward to it at the same time.
Well, we're going to like a swimming thing where there's a lake and there's like an inflatable in the lake.
There's going to be wetsuits involved.
It's going to be awful.
Now, last time we went, I'd been going to the gym like quite regularly, more regularly than I ever have in my life. But and I still found it really difficult to get back up on those floats once I've been in the lake once.
Yeah.
Those wetsuits are heavy.
I'm nervous about going to this thing, partly because of the physicality, partly because of COVID.
Yeah.
It was it's a kids thing. We've taken the kids there before. By the way, if you don't know, we ain't married. We're just in each other's bubbles, and our kids get on and stuff like that. We're really good friends, and we've worked together for 8 years, I would say. And I'm still wondering why the diarrhea guy was going. Is he going forever? Is that it?
Maybe it's the diarrhea. That's the problem. You can't stop going.
And this is his place. And my son said, I think it's open. And I looked and it was. And so I booked it. But I'm worried about COVID.
Listen, if we get there and it's too crowded or you're not feeling comfortable about it, we'll go and do something else.
Oh, yeah. The kids will love that.
We'll go and throw them in a lake somewhere quiet.
It will be all right. But I am rightfully nervous about catching COVID-19, the whole coronavirus thing. I wouldn't go on an aeroplane.
Can I just address something? I've said earlier on, women don't care what you think we look like. We've had the nor do men comment. Of course, there would be one right there. No one's commenting on what Iain looks like. No one does.
Someone did say I was a DILF. They did.
Afterwards, they thought they were being invited to comment. But women get reminded a lot that they've put weight on, or they're looking old, or that they're not as good looking as they were. There are kind of newspaper headlines about it. You won't believe what she looks like now, all that kind of stuff. Don't need reminding. Don't need it.
Hello, caller.
Oh, hello. Can you swim?
Not right now. I can't. No.
Gosh, was that a concerned listener? We won't need to. We'll just be bobbing about.
What if everyone already has it, but it stays dormant like cancer. It can be there but lies low.
What a cheery thought. I don't think that's how viruses work, but groovy.
You should not welcome anti-Semites and Christianophobes in this stream. We don't. We don't. Do we? I mean, we've not discussed it.
What do you know?
Do we? Have we welcomed Christianophobes and anti-Semites into the stream? We don't. Rojbet, but thank you.
It's an interesting comment. Do you know what? I would like to discuss that further with you if you could give us a ring. 0203 286 6370.
Why would we welcome? When have we welcomed?
Oh,
no!
welcome.
There was Adolf 69 and the swastika boy, and I made them VIPs.
That'll be it.
There were those two guys, but they were funny guys. They were funny guys.
God,
they were funny guys. Don't forget, in 48 hours, this show will be watchable on youtube.com/Iain Lee, and it will the best of podcasts will be available. So go and have we played an?
Yes, new to this too. That did come from nowhere. They often do.
I don't think we've played an ad in this break.
Let's do
I'm
it.
going to play an ad now. 0203 286 6370.
Do you want to hear about?
Yes, I do.
A woman who can speak to flowers and veg.
Yes,
that seems to be the standout favourite.
Please,
let's find
talk.
Out where it is. I can't find it. Oh yeah, 32. There we go. I can speak to. Well, everyone can speak to them. It's whether they talk back. Here we go. 32. Oh, it's on the page after Roy DeLune.
Show them a picture of Roy DeLune.
Oh, he's my favourite.
Show them a picture.
This guy.
Cover your face. No, stop it. Stop moving.
Cover
it.
your face.
I need to work this camera out. This is a Panasonic Lumix GH5. There it is. It's in focus. Got it.
Yeah, that's your fella.
Panasonic. If anyone knows how to operate a Panasonic Lumix GH5, then please let me know, because it's a great camera, and I'm just struggling with I need to have a good play around with it actually this weekend. Carry on. On you go.
I'm trying to find the bit where it's.
By the way, you can call in while we're chatting. The phones are open. I can see them, and as soon as I see a phone call, boom, you're in. You're on. Oh, we got some emails as well, actually.
Right, here we go. Ebony Dempsey, 30, from High Wycombe, says, I chant over my morning latte. Dirty cow. I've been an eclectic witch since childhood, using spells and magic to attract what I want. I'm a herbalist and drawn to healing using nature, herbs, the elements and emotions in my magic. When I became a mum, I continued with my craft. I use spells at home. My 4-year-old daughter Rose is really into magic, and witchcraft is part of her everyday life. We grow plants and vegetables in our garden and have huge respect for them.
Sorry?
Rosie and I do spells asking the plants permission to be picked. We found that this reduces the risk of being stung or spiked. The plants answer telepathically. If the answer is yes, we go ahead. See, this is the thing, right? You can talk to flowers and plants. If they answer you, that's when you know your magic.
There's a moth! Ah!
Or is it? No! Get out!
It was on you. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello. Why are we reading the Chat magazine? Is this W.H. Smith's?
Gosh, that's a modern reference.
I know that guy. He's the guy that I used to think was the Good Evening guy. It's not him.
Is he doing a voice, though?
It's Mitch. Do you remember Mitch?
No.
You won't. People from a long time ago. Do you remember Mitch? Was that Mitch?
Is it W.H. Smith? Here we go. I use magic and spells when I do the housework. I always use pink salt when I wash the floors, as it cleans the home and disperses negative energy.
Yeah, it does, actually. Yeah.
I also do an incantation, a chanting spell over my morning cinnamon latte. Posh! Inviting abundance. The chant is like a poem. Anyone can do it. Just make up your own little rhyme as you go along. What chant would you do?
Rojbet keeps getting an error at 1,000. That's because you're an anti-Semite and an anti-Christianophobe.
What would your chant be over your coffee?
Oh, baby, I love your way every day. Brett!
Hello.
Brett.
Woo,
Want to play the running race quiz?
Woo, Brett! Woo, woo, woo. Brett! I can almost remember those funny faces. That you told them you gonna be married soon.
The running race quiz.
Brett, I thought the only lonely place was on the moon. Brett! Woo, woo, woo. Brett! Woo, woo, woo. Mater, one Brett to always love me. Mater, one Brett to always love me. Mater, much later. She got it. She got it. She got it. Brett. Brett. Woo, woo, woo. Brett. Woo, woo, woo. Dun, 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 dun. My lady. Dun, 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 dun. My little lady. Yeah. Oh.
Wow. What can we do for you?
Nice.
What was your name
Right,
again,
good.
caller?
Brett, let's.
Brett, what do you want?
Do you want to play the running race quiz?
Yeah!
Yes, I do, as it happens.
Who would win a race out of James Whale and Prince Charles?
Oh, Charles, easily. Wales, a sack of a man.
Oh.
He's got loads of body parts missing.
Yeah, he's got a few.
Yeah, good, Charles, easily.
Correct. Nice one, buddy.
Brett's got a catchphrase. Brett's got a catchphrase.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Apparently the foxes in Pyjama Speed's garden are screaming in reply.
Obviously
Wings fans.
Hello, unknown person.
What a load of twitch this is.
Is that Mitch?
Phone him back.
I can't, it's unknown.
Oh, a hit and run. How cowardly. Anyway, what chant would you do over your coffee?
I like coffee, I like tea, I like the jabber jabber and it likes me. Coffee and tea and the jabber and me. A doobie 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 dee.
Okay, fair enough. It works for me. We build bonfires in the back garden during the pagan holidays of Beltane, Samhain and Yule to release ourselves from
Yule what?
negative thoughts, patterns and bad feelings.
Mitch, is that you?
Or is it not Mitch?
Do, do.
Dude, right, the next call from that unknown person, you need to tell me if it's Mitch or not. Midge, I think his name was Midge. And if
Was it Midge or was it that he's doing that extraordinary voice?
And if you don't answer, we won't answer withheld calls anymore. It's that simple. It's that simple. Let's get some spooky music up because the cat's about to talk about spooky stories.
If the kids are ever agitated or hyper, I calm them with a special spell and remedy. I don't think you're allowed to do that anymore.
You can't put spells. You're not allowed to put spells on kids anymore. No.
The spell is like a prayer. Oh, I love that
Just
one.
like a prayer. Right, here we go. You got to answer who you are, otherwise I won't answer withheld numbers anymore.
Hello, Mitch here. How are you doing?
Okie dokie, we don't answer withheld numbers anymore.
Mick, he said.
Why is it?
It's very spooky.
There we go.
The remedy is usually a mixture of herbs placed in a sachet and popped under their pillows. Oh, what's going on here?
This music fits this perfectly. Look.
It does, look. It's a witch's cat.
Hang on. Keep the shot on that. Keep the shot on that. And keep the shot on that. We got breaking news story coming in live. We have video footage of an horrific beast attacking smaller beasts. We've got some footage coming in just now, and there we can see what looks like a hairy monster is attacking smaller winged monsters. Let's go over to our a beast correspondent, Katherine Boyle. Katherine.
Passers-by were startled this afternoon when they saw the small yet powerful beast with sharp claws climbing the walls. It seemed to be moving in a highly unnatural manner, but what was more unnatural was the way it was swiping apparently an invisible invader, which on closer inspection turned out to be a fly.
We took to the streets earlier on, and the thing that people were most disgusted about was the cork on the wall. They were horrified by it. Please look at these images with fear, but don't have nightmares. There we go, guys. It was horrific.
That was thrilling.
It was horrific.
My 13-year-old son William thinks I'm balmy. The other day he looked at my shell display and asked why there was a crystal in the middle of it, and I said because the crystal likes being there. It told me. He just rolled his eyes and walked off. My husband and childhood sweetheart, Peter, 32, is used to be now. He's become much more open to it all. Our family life is truly magical.
I wasn't listening to any of that. I'm so sorry. What happened?
Oh, some stuff.
Okay. No, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. My cats are very quiet.
You've locked them out, haven't you?
They're in there. They're asleep in there. Hey!
What?
Can we just...
Oh.
Just don't move. I've got the... I could do with a little bit more length at the side, but I've got the Bond hair.
I feel all strange all of a sudden, like my head's got really big.
I've got...
And hairy.
That guy has done it properly. What were you doing? Do that again. You go like this.
I was scratching my chin. Put Brosnan on me again. Is something I never thought I'd hear myself say.
Hang on, there we go. That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, I know what we could do. I know what we can do. Hang on a second.
Don't sing ya ding dong.
Hang on a second. Let me go to there, and then we're going to go here, and then we're going to create a design, and we're just going to create that.
Okay.
And then we're going to upload. What you're watching here is we're going to upload, and we're going to upload.
Creativity.
This is what it's all about. Is it in there? Can you see James Bond there? Downloads. Let me look for Bond. I bet I didn't save it as Bond.
Did you save it as Brosnan?
No. So just bear with us, caller. This is going to be such a minute change to the way you're seeing things at the moment that you'll go, well, how was that even worth it? But trust me,
I still haven't got my own head on, have I? This feels so strange. And yet, not unpleasant.
Where is it?
Can I keep this tonight?
You can have it. It's yours. Right, I need to get... Right, hang on a minute. Right, just everyone stop for a second. This is... I'm
Vogue.
Stop being a knob.
What? I'm voguing Brosnan.
Leave him out of it. It's nothing to do with you.
Well, he's on me, so he's mine now.
Right, I want that image. So we go to images. Trust me, this is going to be so worth it. Now I know how to do it. There it is. We save that image as Bond. I only watched my first Brosnan Bond about 3 or 4 years ago. It was all right.
Yeah.
It was all right.
He's
I worked
kind
with
of
the
on
director of GoldenEye.
He's a sort of Roger Moore type, isn't he?
Don't just brush over that.
Yeah, whatever.
I worked with the director of...
Did you? What, in B-Jams?
Right. So that goes there, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna get rid of that.
Yeah,
we're gonna get rid of that, right? And then we're gonna. Oh, baby. And we're gonna make that the background. Oh, baby. We're gonna download that. Yeah, download. Why can't it download? Download. Hello. No.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Ding dong. I'm getting requests in the chat. Richard 1719Z. He's going to die a happy man now. I feel like I've just killed somebody.
Transparent. Download.
In a pleasant manner.
Right, here we go. This is so going to be worth it. Look, we've retained figures there. So we go here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realise that head was still there.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay, so we're going to add image. So I'm so good with the computers here.
So it's seamless, and you're so quick.
We're going to call this transparent bond, trans bond, and then we're just going to add source.
Yes.
And then it's called Untitled Design 8. So we're going to look for Untitled Design 8. That'll be in my Downing Loadingtons. There we go. It's going to be working. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now we can play. Now we can play with the big boys. Now we got a game for the big boys. Now we got, look at that. Now I can make things transparent. God, everything. Right. Oh, hello. Oh, what's behind us?
Where's he gone?
Oh, I was looking for that. Right.
Where's he gone? Why has he gone under the desk?
He's down here. Hang on. So
would you mind coming up from there, sir?
There we go. Now we got it. Now we've got. That's better.
I told you my lighting was terrible.
Stop moving around. No one wants to see you. That's it. There we go. That's it. Hey, man, you're looking so cool. You're looking really cool, James Bond.
I'm feeling groovy.
You're looking so good, James Bond. I like you. Go back that way. I like you. Oh, that's it very much. But my hair, the point I'm trying to make is...
Indistinguishable.
What's behind us? What? Stop it! Hang on, Bond.
He doesn't fit you as well as he fits me.
Yes, he does. I'll make him fit because he's that shoulder.
You can't drop your shoulder.
Hang on. Hang on. Oh, hang on. I can move him. I don't need to move him.
Oh dear. Yeah.
My name's James Bond. I'm Irish. I'm the Irish Bond.
There we go. That's that shoulder. Get rid of that shoulder.
You've got to move that other shoulder along a smidgen.
Actually, I'll make him bigger.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
That's abnormally large now.
He's a big man. Oh my God. He's a big man, but he's out of shape. My name's James Bond. That wasn't bad, was it? My name's James Bond. My name's James Bond.
State of you.
My name's James Bond. I'm an old man now. But God, I'll have a whiskey and I'll see you upstairs in my hotel room. My name's Bond. James Bond.
Having a whiskey now.
Having a whiskey. Singing Mamma Mia in Eurovision.
Right.
My name's Bond, James Bond. Pierce Brosnan. Remington Steele. My name's Bond. James Bond. That's not a bad impression.
Well, when you got the face on, no, it isn't. I can tell you, you're supposed to be.
Can we keep him? Can we keep him here? Can we keep him as a pet? What I'm trying to say is, my hair is like his now, isn't it?
His is a bit longer on the sides.
It is a bit longer on the sides.
And actually, yours is nicer shape because I was watching Eurovision day before yesterday, and it's it's basically what he's always had. He's just combed it back.
The name's Bond. James Bond. I can do Brosnan.
Well,
sorry?
Okay.
Well, I don't know why you think I can't. The name's Bond. James Bond. Let's keep. Can we keep him, Mummy? Can we keep him? Let's keep him there. There he is. What's that?
Push him down.
Let's
again.
All right. Let's over this way. Let's over this way. He's here. Where is he? He's here.
Yeah.
Hang on.
The irrepressible Bond.
Let's see what we can do. Look, we can make a little James Bond Ouija board in the background there. It's tiny. This is what we'll do. Is every night
You have to find him.
We're going to hide Bond, and you have to find him. There he is. Look. Hello, caller.
Hey, Ian. I'm Kath.
Hello, 923. What's your name?
It's Michael. How you doing?
Hey, Michael. What can we do for you tonight?
Dude, with all the talk about hair for the last few weeks, and then now tonight as well, I'm struggling. I'm surprised that nobody has called you up and screamed Ryan Reynolds down the phone at you.
Well, because nobody is as old as you, Michael. That was, listen, one of my first man crushes was Ryan Reynolds, and I was obsessed. I saw him in the movie Amityville Horror, the first film I ever saw him, and I thought he was great, and I knew. I tipped him. You'll remember this. When I saw Amityville Horror, I tipped Ryan Reynolds that he was going to be a big star.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, oh boy, was I proved right. And, I wanted my hair cut like him.
I know, man. And you've been talking about your hair for weeks, especially when you were getting a haircut, and I was so surprised that nobody opened up.
Ow!
There was a moth on you.
It
It'd gone by that last hit, but I just had to be sure.
Can't wait for it to land on your face.
So I'm talking to Michael about Ryan Reynolds, about a thing that I did 15 years ago.
go on.
Shush.
Yeah.
That's it, really. Just wanted to scream Ryan Reynolds.
Go on then, scream it. Scream it then properly.
Can I do it in a Rob Bonet kind of style?
Of course you can.
Ryan Reynolds!
You sounded like one of the women on Monty Python. Ryan Reynolds! You've got 500 more viewers than most of the front page at the moment. This is what I'm... Let me see.
Right.
Let me see what the people I follow have got.
Oh, why are you doing this?
Because Limmy's got 1,000 more than me. Oh, Black Mario. We might rate... If Black Mario's on in 30 minutes, we'll raid Black Mario because he's brilliant. I love him. But we might not, so don't go and tell him. If you go and tell him, we won't do it, so don't.
Oh, aren't you strict?
I am, actually. I like the surprise of the raid, so don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Oh, hello.
Who's going to blink first? He did. Hello, Graham. We can't hear you.
Oh, put your microphone
You've muted
on.
yourself, John. You're on mute. There's lovely Laura sometimes, who we raided yesterday. Hope people were nice, Laura. Lovely to see you. I'm a big fan of your channel. She goes and plays songs and is learning guitar and is great. I love your channel. It's nice and chilled.
Poor Graham, can't hear him. What are we going to do?
Don't panic. Well, listen, we've had no content for most of this. He's going to phone us up. Oh, look at the bug! Look at the bug! He's going to phone us up. All right, good.
Did you see all this musical artwork?
Yes, I did.
What's that then?
Yes, I
can't wait
did.
to hear this.
Yes, I did. Thank you, It Means Son, for gifting a sub there to Laura. I'm a big fan of Laura. I really enjoy her channel. Hello.
Hello,
Graham.
can you hear me now?
We can hear you perfectly. Hello.
And it's much better video quality.
Oh, well, I know it's a rubbish computer. I need one from AlphaSync, really.
Oh boy, AlphaSync. These guys are sponsoring. Gave me this computer. That's the whole reason we're here. Thank you, AlphaSync.
Well, I phoned you on your test, and Katherine wasn't there, so I thought I had to phone and speak to Katherine.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I was part of his bucket list.
Were you?
Are? Yeah.
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 Definitely.
He's got about 3 weeks to live.
What?
No.
He's got 3 weeks to live.
What a terrible
No,
thing.
he's not. It was part of like your mental health.
I heard you. Yes.
You had a list of kind of challenges.
Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
I'm okay. Yeah. Bad few days, but okay now. Okay.
Good. Well, I'm not even going to ask you why a bad few days because let's focus on the fact that you're okay.
I'm okay now. Yeah. Piers Bronson was on the shelf, by the way, it's the competition.
Yeah, well spotted.
Has he gone now?
Oh, he's gone because he's not here. Okay, I'd have to set that up. All right, if we did that.
Noted.
There he is. I couldn't do it for this. Go on. You talk to Graham while I do this.
Can I answer a question?
Yeah, of course you can.
it's a bit of I don't know, you might not. Between 4 and 7 in the morning on LBC, do you think it's a troll?
I don't know who's on. I mean, who listens to a slot that early in the morning? Listen, I don't know why Steve Allen has taken against me. I know we had beef when I worked at LBC, and we didn't really get on, and he accused me of stealing some stuff. And I think I don't like his act. I think it's horrible. I think it's unpleasant. I think it's dangerous. He fat shames women. I think he's homophobic despite being a gay man himself. I find that very confusing. I think it's a horrible, horrible act. I have reached out to him in the last 12 months to try and make peace with him, and he wasn't interested. So there you go. But he thought it was funny to joke about my divorce and all of that stuff. And it's just a really unpleasant, mean act, and I don't get it, but people like it, people enjoy it. There's obviously a market for it, and good luck to him.
I don't understand why there is though, but he had a go at me once because I was on the Marchioness years ago doing the DJing.
Yeah,
and obviously I survived. My friend didn't.
Well, you were there during the that horrible night.
I was the DJ on the boat.
Oh man!
And he had a go at you.
And and he just took the mickey out of me because I worked at hospital radio and I used to give these awards out, but he used to accuse me of giving the awards out to people I wanted to interview. True, but that's not the point.
Well, I can tell you some stories about the people that got to produce the Steve Allen show, and people that didn't get to produce the Steve Allen show, but that would just be mean.
And I had a bad night one night after the boat, and I think I spoke to Bavin, and he was very lovely to me. Remember Bavin?
I don't know Bavin.
I think it was Jeremy Beadle, I think.
Right, that was a bit before my time. I don't get Valen, and we didn't get on when we were there. He used to. When I was filling in for Clive Bull once, and he would come in and do the handover, and just before the mics went up, and I was very inexperienced, he would say the most horrific things to me, really offensive, horrible things, and then the mics would go live, and I'd think, Jesus, well, how am I supposed to react to that? And I called him out once. Once he said something, and I called him out. He said, I didn't say that. I said, you just said it just now. He told me he'd spent $3,000 on lottery tickets. I said, no, I didn't say that. I said, you literally just said, I never said that. Why would I spend $3,000 on lottery? Of course I didn't say that. I said, Steve, you just said it. Never spoke to me after that. Never spoke to me ever again after that. I think his act is old fashioned. I think it's horrible. I can't wait for the time when his act is not on the radio. I personally take the piss out of my divorce. Well, screw you. But I tried to reach out and make peace with him, and he didn't want to accept it. Just know it's interesting. He doesn't take phone calls.
No,
he doesn't take phone calls.
I emailed him because I've been saying he was a troll on the radio on Twitter, and I said, let's, you know me, I know you, let's sort it out. But nothing.
I know one of Bros went round there once when he was slagging Bros up and pushed him against the wall and threatened to beat him up. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with physical violence. But there is there are people in all walks of life that are unpleasant and that say mean things. And listen, he wants to do his thing. He wants to laugh at. He thinks it's entertaining calling women fat slags and laughing at divorces and suicidal and mentally ill people. You go ahead and do that. Well, Katherine and I are the antithesis of that act, and if he ever wanted to talk, I'd meet up with him and talk. I prefer peace. And I would rather there were peace between me and him. He chooses not to, and that's cool.
Exactly. But there we go. Anyway, thank you for talking.
Hey, nice to see you.
It's what we are here for. I'm aware that we're being very British, and that we have people from all over the world potentially watching this.
Stetson.
So there's an American hat.
Yes. There we go. You see.
Some people just like to test the line, don't they?
Yeah.
Do you think that sort of thing, the super toxic thing, will go out of fashion at some point?
I think it will go out of fashion, but I think it will always be there.
What, because people like to hear people being poisonous?
Yeah, people. We're in a real since Brexit started. Possibly just before Brexit started, it's been a real turning point I have noticed where it's gone from radio being informative and making you think and being entertaining and making you laugh to making you really, really angry and hate your neighbour or your relative and stuff. And I think there'll always be a market for that. It's changing slightly with Farage getting booted off LBC and stuff like that. But you look at talk radio, look what they replaced us with. And I don't necessarily mean the presenter, but the style of that show. You look what James Whale's show has become. Both decent people, but they're doing shows that spiritually I find abhorrent, if I'm completely honest. It's not a knock against Christo. I like Christo. I know Christo a bit, and I've seen him out socially and stuff like that. So please don't think this is in any way criticism of him. He's playing the game. Good for him. It's not a game that I wanted to get involved in. But I think I think those kind of things. There are some things that there is no debate about, right? And racism is one of them, right? Racism is wrong. Racism is wrong. Okay. But a lot of the shows on Talk are trying to have debates about whether racism is right or wrong, okay? And there are some things that I always thought were definite. Racism is wrong and homophobia is wrong, but according to those shows, it is open to debate and there is nuance and stuff like that. And I hate that game. I hate it.
Do you think that because life for a lot of people is generally a lot safer now, right?
Yeah.
That the thrill of combat is something people crave. That's the same reason people are crappy to each other on anonymous websites, or they get a thrill because they know they're not going to get their butt kicked for it.
Yeah.
It gives them a rush.
Yeah. I don't know. We just went wrong somewhere. Not us. Well, I have played that game. So
TV got very, the kind of from gross out humour, like when we were sort of teenagers to early 20s, whatever, the gross out humour things, being as rude as possible.
I was part of that with the 11 o'clock show.
Yeah, but it was always kind of on the assumption that you got that it was a joke, right? And we thought we'd grown up. I think we thought we'd evolved to the point where we could joke about stuff where before we'd been careful. And then obviously we couldn't.
Bit of business. I'm going to play some adverts now. I'm going to play 2 minutes of adverts. Katherine and I are contractually obliged to play 6 minutes of adverts every hour. I'm more than happy to do it because it feeds our kids. It's how this show is funded, and it pays my mortgage and pays Katherine's mortgage. If you want to avoid the ads, all you have to do is subscribe. Now, if you've got Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account, and for free you can subscribe, and we get £5 that you could never ever spend. Okay, you can't get your hands on that money. We could have it. Or if you haven't got Amazon Prime, there are other ways you can subscribe, and all it means is if you subscribe, you won't see these 2 minutes of ads, and it supports the stream. Thank you. There we go. We just missed a phone call. Let's
have it.
Let's try this. Yeah. Tally Pierce. Baby Bronson. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, unavailable.
Okay.
I wonder what happened to Nigel earlier on. Well,
one can only imagine.
I don't want to.
One can only imagine. This is all right. We're hovering around the 1,000 views tonight. That's okay. That's okay. Have we got any more guests this week?
Yeah, Rufus Hound on
Thursday. He's on Thursday. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Gail
Porter next week.
Dick and Dom next week as well. I just need to sort out a date. Oh, we go. Look, some subs. Thank you, Sparrow. Thank you, Oz. Thank you, Easy. Hello, caller.
My name's Bond. James Bond.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
How is he throwing his voice?
Yes. How are you, James?
I wouldn't think of it.
What have you been up to today? I said, what have you been up to today?
Oh, chit chat. What? No small talk.
Well, I'm trying to make small talk, and you're being very mysterious.
Precisely.
Oh, what a man!
That is why he's Her Majesty's best.
Yeah.
Do
you think Bond has had sex with the Queen?
No.
Why? Someone has.
Hello, unknown person.
Catchphrase.
Yes, it's a daisy wheel.
Catchphrase.
That little wonder. Topsy turvy.
Thank you very much indeed.
Is that the new one?
No, I don't know if there is a new one. No, that was...
There is a new one.
Who
My
hosted
kids watch the new one.
Oh, Stephen Mulhern.
Yeah.
I like him. He's a magician.
I know.
Okay.
He was like one of them kid magicians, wasn't he?
Hey, Liam.
Hi, how are you?
What you got for us?
Well, I just wanted to say a couple of things. First of all, really good that you knew who was calling her. That's kind of impressive, I think. I don't know.
It comes up on the screen.
Very clever. I live in Northumberland. We haven't got any phone lines or anything up there, you see. Iain, we had a little chat recently about Paul McCartney. Kathy, you weren't there, unfortunately. You were kind of in that weird stage where you were kind of not with Iain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good
So that
days,
was
as I,
sad.
the good old
We
days,
missed
as I
you
like
then.
to call them.
Yeah, the party days. And you mentioned that you were reading a Beatles book. Which one was that?
Hang on a minute. Hang on.
Could you stop eating Pierce Brosnan?
Hang on. I just want to swallow him off.
What?
I beg your pardon?
Which one was it? I don't know. Which one was it? Was it the 1, 2, 3, 4, or was it?
You said you were reading a really geeky book about the Beatles, and I wondered if it was that one.
No, it wasn't. It was that list one that you read.
Oh, it was Richie Unterberger, The Beatles Unreleased Recordings, which actually I found quite boring by the end. There was that, but
really?
the Craig Brown book is very good.
Yeah, I just finished that, and it's the first Beatles book I've ever read. I've seen kind of documentaries and stuff. That's the first one I've ever read, and now I'm kind of like, where do I go next? I thought maybe Hunter Davies from
No.
way back.
No, it's not very
Really?
good. I mean, how much detail do you want?
I thought the Craig Brown book pitched it kind of perfectly for me, if I'm honest. So I know there's those, somebody, Lucian maybe?
Mark Lewison, Tune In Volume 1, which is like 1,000 pages, and it only goes up to 1962.
What about that McCartney book that you lent me?
Nope.
No?
No.
Really?
No.
So is that it? Should I just keep listening to the music and then...
I'm trying to think.
He hasn't completed the Beatles books, for heaven's sake. You've been going for years. Oh, this is the problem when your chair's on wheels.
You see, I'm not watching. Has he gone?
He's nipped out to have a look at his... I mean, he's got a bookshelf full of Beatles books, and he's read them all. He's one of these people who, even if it's terrible, he will read it. And he likes listy books. I mean, that...
listy books, right, okay.
The one that you read, I've got that one, because I bought it for my dad,
Have
and it
you?
turns out he bought it himself, but I was going to read it anyway.
Right.
It's
I've got it. Read. I quite enjoyed it. Yeah.
The way it's written is interesting, right?
It is, isn't it? I quite like the small kind of chapters. I've got 2 kids, young kids, they're like 2 and 5.
Right.
So I'll get them to sleep and I'll kind of lie down. I'll take in a little bit of book, and then like the 2-year-old has got an awful habit of just waking up all the time. So I'm like, well, I quickly finish this chapter. It's only like half a page, and then I kind of bookmark it, and then I feel like I can kind of leave it at nice manageable points quite often, which I really like.
Yeah.
But really interesting. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know, actually. I really, really enjoyed it.
The way he's written it, from what I'm told, and the bits I've read, it's like sort of things that seemed inconsequential, little threads that aren't featured in the other books. Oh, hang on. Turned out to be something quite important, you know.
That's
Here we
right.
go.
Yeah,
Wait.
absolutely.
Would you like, Liam, to join me on a journey together?
Yes, go on.
The book I'm proposing you get next is Dreaming the Beatles by Rob Sheffield.
Right. Okay.
I haven't read this book.
Okay.
But apparently it's excellent.
Really? Okay. Dreaming the Beatles.
I'm going to read it next.
I'll do it. Let's read it together. We'll keep checking in.
Let's read it together. Let's keep checking in. I've heard this book is excellent, so I'm going for this one next. This book is a banger, says A Rolls. My flies are undone. No, then, shut up.
Mine are.
This. Yup, one. Listen, my mate Dave, who knows the Beatles, said, yup, one of the best. Dreaming the Beatles
Really?
by Rob Sheffield. We're going for it.
Okay, I'll get that. I will.
Hang on, yes, someone says, with that, hang on, like that, it looks like it's written by Brosnan. There we go, Brosnan's picture. There's Brosnan crossing Abbey Road.
That would be dreamy, the Beatles.
I've missed the kind of Brosnan picture because I'm listening rather than watching.
Oh, well,
you missed a treat.
Yeah. I get on Twitch and then kind of minimize it and just listen.
Good for you.
Yeah, but you know how I came to you both relatively quite late. I've always really enjoyed radio, really enjoyed late night radio actually. And then in the beginning of March, I had a knee operation, like I think maybe the 7th or 8th knee operation I've had. Like too much sport, way overrated. PE teacher, believe it or not. But anyway, yeah. So I had this knee operation. It was the 6th of March. I couldn't sleep for a few days, and I kind of talk radio isn't something I listened to, but I knew of you, Ian. I remember kind of 11 o'clock show, and I listened. I thought, this is absolutely brilliant. And I kept listening through the night and absolutely loved it. And then when I started to get a bit better, I got into a habit of getting on my bike. And then lockdown kicked in, and at 10 o'clock every night, I would go out on my bike in the centre of Newcastle, decent lights on, and cycle around literally the centre of town listening to you two and not seeing a single soul. And I know it sounds probably a bit weird, but it was so cathartic and quiet and absolutely lovely. I really, really loved it. Pretty much, kind of 3 or 4 nights a week, I'd go out maybe 90 minutes, 2 hours, the centre of town, and it was absolutely lovely. And I know it sounds awful to say this because a lot of people have had really awful times during lockdown and have gone through kind of unthinkable things, but I kind of enjoyed that.
You're allowed to
Is that
say
wrong
that.
to say
I
that?
felt guilty for saying I enjoyed lockdown.
I feel guilty, yeah.
But actually, it's fine. It's fine to say that. Whatever you're feeling and whatever you've experienced during lockdown, that is absolutely fine for you. There's something very beautiful about empty cities.
Oh,
it happens
it was
very, very
amazing.
rarely. Yeah, I bet it was magic.
And I've got a couple of extras. I thought this probably isn't, and hopefully it doesn't happen again, but I've got one video in particular. The really kind of early summer we had, red hot.
Yeah.
It must have been May, I think, somewhere around there. And I've got this video in the centre of Newcastle. It's about, I don't know, it must be kind of 9:30. You guys hadn't quite started yet, but it was still light. And I took this video, just had my kind of phone there on my handlebars, and for about 3.5 minutes, you don't see a single soul, not one person. And yeah, it was kind of beautiful in a really sort of weird way. It was absolutely lovely. One last thing. I know you're a fan of The Viz.
Yes.
And I said on Twitter a little while back that I had a really boring fact that nobody would find interesting other than me.
Here we go.
And I'm going to tell it anyway. So my house in Newcastle is next door to the house where The Viz was first written by the Donald brothers. So, yeah, in the really old episodes, copies, whatever, they used to do those. Do you remember those awful kind of photographic comic books that the tabloids used to do? And it would always be like this woman in the shower. Like,
whoa, slow down, hang on. That's insane.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Liam. What you're saying isn't insane. We've just been watching, I think it's a mosquito. Catherine thinks it's a moth. It's a mosquito flying around all night. I got 2 spiders up in that corner that I was going to suck off the other day.
One in the corner.
With the Hoover. They just caught that. They just, look, he's wrapping his web around it. That is nuts.
Nature is brutal.
That is nuts. This cocky little mozzie just flying around. Gone up in that web, and that guy has just wrapped his web around it. You're dead. You're dinner. Good night. Sorry, Liam. So you live next door to a house?
No, not at all. Yeah, so the Donald brothers came up with this and first started it back in the day. So I live next door to where they grew up and where they first started writing it. So some of those really early copies that did those kind of spoof comic things, and my house is in it quite a lot.
Wow.
Because they used to stage these things outside, so like someone pretended to be knocked over and all this kind of nonsense. And my house is there in the background of these early episodes. Again,
Liam?
Yeah.
That is great to hear. I'm a big fan of Viz. I just resubscribed to Viz recently to get it. Here we go.
Thanks, Liam.
I just want
to... Gosh. Don't bring peers into this. Dearie me.
You're dead.
That is a moth.
That is a mozzie, mate.
No.
You had a stinger.
No.
Have it.
Murder cam.
Have it. Brosnan Pit, don't get too close. Don't get too close, Lou. No! Look at this brilliant. Oh, look, let me show you. This is a painting that Katherine did.
Not that one. That one.
This is a painting.
The Angry Siamese.
This is Kurt Vonnegut did this. Oh, it's signed by Kurt Vonnegut, number 19 of 175. This is my notice board. And look, this is where we see our guests. This is our list of...
Cliff knows. Cliff knows what's going on.
Yes. You got some guests coming on. So there you go.
Some people, they're all for each other. They're on the list.
We should talk about the people that are very kindly giving us cash to make this show
itchy nose.
happen. Where are you going first?
Gregorian Emerson.
Gregorian, named after the chant.
Gregorian Emerson,
Take a
family
chance.
law.
Take a
chance.
Take a chance. Take a chance. Do you get it though?
Yeah.
Gregorian chants.
It's great.
Take a chance. GELaw.co.uk, GELaw.co.uk. Check it out. Do you remember Get Stuffed?
No.
Do you not remember Get Stuffed?
No.
Oh, guys, sorry, hang on a minute. The show's going on. The show, everyone is saying goodbye. Come back. The show's going on. You don't remember Get Stuffed? Maybe you didn't. No, you're not too young. Get Stuffed. Get Stuffed. It was a cookery program at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Get stuffed. Get some beans. Get stuffed. Buy some rice. Get stuffed. Put it in a pan and mix it up. Get stuffed. You got yourself. Get Stuffed TV show.
Sounds like I missed a treat.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. Right, hang on a minute. Here you go. No, yes. Here we go. Here we go, guys. This is Get Stuffed. This is Get Stuffed. Get Stuffed. Let's put the Elgato up there so we can. There we go. Get Stuffed. Let me just click play there.
Get stuffed.
This is not at 2 o'clock in the morning when nighttime TV was a rarity. 1:15 probably.
I didn't have a telly in my bedroom.
Get stuffed. Get stuffed.
My name is Gideon, and I'm Sven.
Hello, my name is Wig. And I'm Maxine.
I'm Captain Grant. And I'm Blubber. This is Ben. This is Paul. We're going to cook a snapper.
And we're going to make egg in a mess.
And gypsy toast. Run, run.
Can't call it gypsy toast or Mexican snapper anymore.
Let the clappers go and grab them Mexican snappers. Say great fish, put them on a dish, oh yeah. Run, run, run like hell. Mexican snappers do very well. Get them just like they're in Mexico. Ho, ho, ho. Hey, you can get our snappers in shops all over town. All you got to do is have a look around.
2006.
So here we are back from the kitchen. We've got all the things we need. Yummy cheese and leeks and things like that. There's some things here we didn't get from the
Can we find these? I want to talk to these women or any of these people that are in this episode of Get Stuffed,
shop because
please.
we had them already.
This is our kitchen, and we're professional chefs, which is why we're dressed like this. This is the snapper, and these are the other ingredients. A lemon.
Yeah, the least amount of ingredients you've probably ever seen on Get Stuffed.
Right.
And eggs. But first,
They're
wash
also
your handies.
wacky.
Yeah. Wash handies.
Wash handies.
They're washing rubber gloves.
Wash your handies. Wash your handies.
Hello, you can make super noodles by putting them in boiled water for 6
So this was actually on television.
Gosh.
This
This is
makes,
what YouTube was made for.
This makes us look professional.
Uh-huh.
This makes us, don't worry, we'll do the sponsors in a minute. Oh, we can start it again. Hang on, here we go.
You've probably ever seen on Get Stuffed.
No, Don's bit. There we go.
noodles by putting them in boiled water for 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's cold water.
These are all the vegetables we've got to chop. Veronica's going to do the onion and the garlic.
I'm going to put these over here. There we go. Pop them on my chopping board.
And I get to do the leeks,
Hold the
broccoli,
camera
and
steady.
mushrooms.
A lot of shaky cameras.
Hey Tom, what's the Japanese word for chicken then?
That is spooky.
We're going to stop it there.
I think that's a sign.
Everything is linking up more than it should.
It's like that Beatles book I was talking to Liam about while you were in there.
Do you know what? When my song mentioned Pavlov's dog, Stephen's song mentioned rabbit holes.
It's spooky.
We're going to stop it there because that is freaky.
Where's that moth gone?
Dinner, isn't it? Freaky deaky. Take a chance on Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors. gelaw.co.uk. They're there for you when you need them.
They've got a unique
Katherine.
joint legal and psychological
I
approach.
won't offer you joints because they are the law.
They don't get involved in the he said, she said. They don't stir it up. They just try and get the best solution through choppy waters for you and your family.
Bob the cat. My God, Bob, you're a beautiful beast of a cat.
Look at those eyebrows.
Oh, God, I love it. Cats are the best, man. Cats are the best. SommersWasteSolutions.com. If you want to find out more, if you go to SommersWasteSolutions.com, you can have a look. They're brilliant. They are a waste management. I want to get this phrase.
Waste solutions.
Waste solutions. Thank you very much indeed. Basically, any issue that you have got with waste, if it's like huge, like millions of tons or it's a tiny little bit, they can sort it out. Wet waste, dry waste, discrete waste, bodily waste. They probably could sort that out.
Confidential waste.
Confidential waste, bodily waste. It's the same thing.
They can say that they can organise off-site or on-site confidential waste shredding. So, however you want it done, they can sort it for you.
Almost guaranteed that they can save you money, and they can certainly increase or decrease your company's carbon footprint and increase your green credentials. They're really confident of that. Give them a call, have a word with them. Maybe you got some people that you're using. Maybe phone them up and say, look, I'm using these people and this is how much they're charging me. Can you meet that? And I would be pretty certain that they probably could. And if they can't, they'll say, no, we can't. But
You've got nothing to lose apart from your waste-related headaches.
Yeah, and also they're just nice people. And if you're a fan of Cardiacs, the band, phone them up and chat. Cardiacs. Poseidon Safety Management, Facebook.com/Poseidon Safety, Twitter.com Poseidon Safe. If you're in Cornwall and if you are in Devon, then this is the safety management company for you. Again, they'll cover big old things. They'll cover tiny little things. They can install security systems in your home. They can get people to patrol your street outside your house. They can patrol your office block, your hospital, your pubs, your schools. Maybe you've got a chain of pubs. They can go and put security there and keep an eye on them.
They're the biggest provider of security dogs in the Devon and Cornwall area. They make sure they recruit from the local area. So, there's no people getting lost down the highways and byways. They know that place like the back of their hand, and they will make sure that they tailor everything to your particular area and what the problems might be there. Rural crime is a big deal.
And everybody at these three companies that we're talking about, and we're talking to a few more companies, we never do more than 4, they're all really, really nice people.
Well, they're listeners. And I think it makes a difference.
Yeah, so please support them. Let's just go through them one more time. Poseidon Safety Management, SommersWasteSolutions.com, and of course, Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors. And if you do use them, or if you just phone them up and you don't use them, mention that you heard it on us, please. Yeah. That'd be really lovely. Should we do a raid? Should we raid? If Black Mario's
let's
on.
Do it.
Have you seen Black Mario?
Yeah, I have.
I love him.
Great.
I love him so much. So enthusiastic. Please be on. Yes, he's on. Right.
He's got 25 at the moment.
Let's go. Honestly, I think you will love this guy because I think he's funny. He's enthusiastic. It's a really silly channel. He's a really nice guy. He's doing something a little bit different. If you enjoy his channel, click follow so you can know when he's on, and maybe you want to subscribe, maybe you want to chuck him a few bits and all of that stuff. And if you don't, that's cool. If it's not your thing, it's cool. Let's say thank you to a few people. Daddy Bear Cub, thank you. Rubbish Username, Mandy, one of the mods, Lily and Daddy. Anyone you want to say hello to?
Coin Gary, chips, peas and gravy, one of my favourite combinations.
Coin Gary.
Hip hop guinea pig. Listen, thanks to you. You've been keeping us company tonight. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We like hanging out with you. So we'll be back same time tomorrow, 9 o'clock.
Subscriptions, TMFRN, Easy Target, sorry to talk over you, Easy Sparrow, Osbital, where are the subs? This for another Boydie 2007, Andy Linus 1, There were some bits there from more bits from Papa Morph.
Thank you.
GCU No Sleep for Me Now has subscribed. Pezza 100. Thank you. Let's go and raid Black Mario. I think
See you
you're
tomorrow,
gonna-
9:00.
Yes, and don't wait for the alert. We will be starting at 9:00. Okay, if we've had a few problems with the alerts, don't wait for it. Just come here at
We'll
9:00, and we'll be here.
From us and Pierce Brosnan, peace and love.
Right, here we go. The raid's about to start. Have a lovely evening. Tutty bye.